1580 KGAL.
The following sports broadcast is an exclusive presentation of 1580 KGAL. You can follow the Warriors all season long, every snap, every score, every game, home and away on KGAL. Tonight's game is brought to you by Economy Supply Building Center, Mama's Fine Italian, City and Suburban Electric, Lassen RV, Power Honda, Ixtapa Mexican Restaurant, Linco Federal Credit Union, Burgerville, Crabtree Automotive, Lynn Lanes, Willamette Community Bank, Les Schwab Tires of Lebanon, Bing's Kitchen, Like New Appliance, Lynn Benton Tractor, Wilson Motors, and by Canega Tire Factory. Now, get ready for Warriors football. With all the action, here are Radio Ray and Rob Allen, live on 1580 KGAL.
I wrote copious notes for tonight, and now I can't find them, so we're not ready to begin. Just if you got them at home, smoke them. I wrote all these wonderful things to tell you about the two teams tonight, and suddenly, just as the game starts, I realize I don't have them. But I don't need them. Good evening, and welcome to Game 3 of our high school football season. The Lebanon Warriors coming on the field here tonight in front of what will be a nice home crowd. The students are here tonight, unlike a couple of weeks ago when we first started our first game of the year. The opponent tonight is South Albany. This, I think, is going to be interesting. Interesting because of the two teams that are matching up, and we'll tell you a little bit more about that if I can remember things off my copious notes, which are somewhere in the bag behind me, which is stuffed with a lot of meaningless articles. No one will be able to find it. But there's another reason this game is fascinating tonight, because to my left is a young man. Well, he's not young anymore because it's been about 600 years since we did a game together. Rob Allen joins us tonight, the son of the former coach of the team and the current athletic director, and the man behind the scenes in the development of this fantastic field at Lebanon High School. I speak of the son of Rob Allen. Rob Allen, that's kind of tough to be the son and the father at the same time.
A hearty good evening to you, Ray. It's been a long time coming for you and I to finally be reunited once again for a evening of football.
It's a wonderful thing.
And I got a gift for you, Ray.
Yeah?
I got a gift, a sweatshirt. I just bought it down there by the Booster Club. A nice Warriors sweatshirt.
Wow.
This is our 8th season so far doing
You're
football
going to give me that sweatshirt?
I'm going to give you this sweatshirt as a gift.
It's extra large. I'm 6'4", 240.
It should fit. If it's extra large, it should fit with no problem.
What a nice thing.
And thank you so much for your commitment to Lebanon High School. I know you've been here since 1996
wow,
covering
scared me.
Warriors football.
It scared me when you said for your commitment. I thought you knew something I hadn't told you about.
And not only that, but if you notice, those are Buffalo Bill colors. So it doubles as two of your favorite teams. So thank you.
Well, that's tremendous. I am overwhelmed. Thank you on behalf of my family.
You will need that in November, trust me.
On behalf of my wife and my beloved yet very, very peculiar Labrador, we all thank you. And I want to give you this pen.
Hopefully it works.
It doesn't. I'm not sure. I think it's out of ink.
You may need this.
But I'll keep it for the time being.
I'll take it after the game, Rick.
Thank you, Rob. That's very nice.
You betcha.
The Warriors are here along with the band tonight, which will also be nice. The band is here for the first time this year, so it's a special evening, although it's our second home game of the season. It's our third game overall. The Warriors lost 2 weeks ago, their opening game against the defending 5A champions, the Mountain View Cougars, who beat the Warriors 35-21. Last week, we made a long trip down to Ashland. You know, they should have met us halfway if it was going to be that kind of a game. Or they should have phoned in the score or something, allowed us just to go to Roseburg and phoned us with the play-by-play. We drove all the way to Ashland to see a very disappointing game, 23-6. Ashland beat the Warriors, led it 23-0 until the fourth quarter. And there were some very disturbing things in the first couple of weeks. One was the Warriors' inability. Oh, the national anthem? Oh, let's take a break. We'll take a break. I didn't realize that we were about to begin. We'll take this break and return for high school football tonight on KGAL.
If you'd like to do it yourself or need helpful advice doing it, your neighborhood Ace Hardware and Contractor Center can help. Economy Supply Building Center has been that helpful place for over 58 years. Economy Supply Building Center, where Highway 34 becomes Tangent Street in Lebanon.
Mama's Fine Italian and Wine Shop, offering lunch and dinner, takeout, and catering too. Here's Bob.
Come down and visit us and try some of our hand-tossed pizzas, my friends. That's right, hand-tossed.
Mama's Fine Italian and Wine Shop, in the heart of Lebanon on Oak, between Main and 2nd.
Need some electrical work in your home or business, but it just seems like too small of a job to call the pros? No matter what the job, call City and Suburban Electric. Proud to be a contributing member of our community. City and Suburban Electric. Call 451-5609.
Lassen RV at Albany has the new RV models on the lot now, ready for you to buy. Lassen RV Service Department has a new truckload of parts and accessories on sale just in time for fall fix-up. From changing a light bulb to rebuilding your entire RV. No job is too big or too small for Lassen RV in Albany, where friends send their friends. 1580 KGAL.
Welcome back. Rob Allen here, only 2 minutes, and well, you turn the radio up that we're monitoring here tonight. Our beloved outdoor crowd microphone, I don't hear anything from the beloved outdoor crowd microphone. I'm not sure. I don't think that particular microphone is working. We'll have to check.
Well, there's not a lot to cheer about yet, but hopefully, as the night goes on, Ray, that's why I asked you to turn the radio up, because I think it's going to be a loud crowd.
Well, the Warriors are on the field already tonight, as they were there for the national anthem and played and sung by the choir from Lebanon High School, played by the marching band that is here tonight. And soon to come out of the locker room, I can see them in the distance now and just about to enter the far side of the field, the South Albany Rebels. This will be an interesting game tonight, and I think it is really going to be a tough challenge this evening with the South Albany Rebels. The Warriors are 0-2. We told you about their perplexing results in the first 2 games. The problems were really, I think the key problem for them, Rob, was the inability. That is loud enough, isn't it?
It is.
That's without the microphone. The key problem for them in the first 2 games has been the inability to stop the passing game. Mountain View had an easy time of it in the first half. In the first game, the Warriors were tough in the second half, only allowed 1 touchdown. But then last week, Ashland really picked them apart with the pass. Now, Tanner Tibbett, who is the quarterback for South Albany, has had success in their first couple of games. They did lose the first game, 62-42, but they put up 42 points. McKay, a 6A team, unfortunately outscored them by 20, but they outscored them particularly in the latter part of the game. I think it was 50-42 at one point. But Tanner Tibbett had great success passing. Last week, I've been saying all week, or since the middle of the week when I forgot the score, that South Albany beat North Eugene 29-2. Well, it was 49-2 was the final score, and North Eugene did not score until the final play of the game. A reserve running back was trapped in the end zone for a safety. They won that game 49-42, and Tanner Tibbett had a very good night passing. And they also had that with a running back. His name is Dallas Mealer, who had over 100 yards in the first 2 games. That sounds like it could give the Warriors problems, depending upon the quality of the opposition that they met.
I would have to wholeheartedly agree with you, Ray, and I was thinking about this all week as well as the Warriors went against Mountain View and Ashland knowing that they would need to go against tough competition, because when you get in the playoffs, you'll have to play the best. You'll have to travel. That's what Coach Dyke said before the Ashland game. You will have to travel. Last year, you had to travel to Mountain View. Mm-hmm. So it was important, win or lose, to get that experience. And I think with that, even being at 0-2, and tonight, a key player that was missing last week, Brandon Marquez, the starting quarterback, I think will help the Warriors keep their defense hopefully off the field more and keep the offense on, because South Albany has given up points in their 2 games against 2 lesser teams.
2 points against North Eugene. 2 points. But they only have 30 players on the North Eugene roster.
Right, and North Eugene has been abysmal down there in their league, to say the least. But McKay was able to put up some points, 62 points. So it's a toss-up, but I'd like to go with the home team tonight, Ray, because the Warriors have had I've seen some good practices this week from them, and they seem to be energized. It's the home opener in the conference, and it's a statement game. We talked about it from the sidelines tonight.
I am concerned about it because of the ability of South Albany both to pass the ball and to run. And I would like to see what they'll do with Tanner Tibbett. Their coach is Bryce Erickson, and that's a familiar name. It's the same last name as an old coach for the Beavers, which is no coincidence since he is the son of Dennis Erickson. Pointed out many times, Dennis has assisted in coaching the South Albany Rebels. It'll be interesting to see what they do on offense. If they put up points, the Warriors are going to have to put some points on the board themselves for the first time this year. That's another perplexing thing, is they really, except for one outburst, one quarter, the second quarter against Mountain View, and the last drive, almost the last drive of the game against Ashland, they have not put points on the board.
Well, the Warriors just need to get back to, and it's a cliche, get back to playing their kind of football, which is pounding the rock, running the veer option with Brandon Marquez, Tim Farrell, Taman Pravotsky, DJ Knuth, getting that part going. You know, the challenge really this week by the coaches for Lebanon was put forth to the offense and defensive lines, Ray, because they will carry the Warriors the rest of the season. That defensive line and offensive line has got to step up their game tonight and bring their A game for the Warriors to get a victory.
The Warriors will kick off, so soon we'll learn about this offensive ability of South Albany as they take the ball on the kickoff. Drops to about the 10, picked up at the 10, 15. Swarmed, hit, and knocked down. A 360-degree spin, and that returner, the ball returner, thought he might break away, but he ran smack into a Warrior at the 15-yard line. Knocked down there, they'll say the 16, where South Albany will begin 1st and 10. This intrigues me. I want to see what they do offensively here, how they run this.
Well, and Warriors will have to defend. It's a balanced attack, Ray. They will have to defend the pass. It'll be interesting to see if the secondary is up to the task tonight. By the way, that was Blake Warren, junior lineman, with the tackle there. Nice start for the Warriors.
South Albany talks things over on the sidelines before they come out. Their quarterback will be Tanner Tibbett. He is now a senior, 6'1", 200 pounds. Their running back, you see often, 5'7", 140 pounds. That's all Dallas Mueller, but he's had over 100 yards in each of the first two games. First down, here they will go from the shotgun for Tanner Tibbett, and the whistle will blow before the first snap. There might have been
it's a delay of game, right?
Too much time, it is.
Look at the color of the hanky, if you will, is not yellow. It was blue.
It's a Warrior hanky. The Warriors are in their red home uniforms tonight with the white trousers, South Albany in their black trousers, the white uniforms.
And it's blue hanky in honor of prostate cancer awareness.
Oh,
so
is
it's
it?
Blue hanky night for the officials.
So too much time, delay of game, cost them 5 yards on first down. Tibbett will throw. He throws wide and has Trenton Webb with the catch, but Trenton Webb is only around the 15-yard line, the initial line of scrimmage. They will get the 5 yards back, and we'll call it second down and 10 for the Warriors. So they ran him out of the shotgun and a quick hit to the right side, to the flat, the right flat, right on the sidelines, their own sidelines. That would be the far sideline from us here at Heath Stadium in Lebanon. They'll send a man in motion. Here's Tanner, takes the handoff, gives it for a first down and more down the sidelines, and if he stays in bounds, he does not. He is knocked out of bounds. That should be Mueller. I would think it's Dallas Mueller on the far side. Let's see if it's 22. He found some room around the far side where they threw that first pass. This was a running play. He easily got the first down, and as he was knocked out of bounds, it wasn't quite clear until the official called it whether he had managed to keep those feet in bounds as he stumbled, and if he had, he would have been down the sidelines for a touchdown. That's scary.
That is.
48-yard
quick
line.
feet.
48-yard line of the Warriors. Here's a quick out to the right side this time, and the Warriors are up to that one. A gain of a couple.
Alan Ma with a beautiful tackle there from a safety position.
Make that the 42. That 48 is where the first down marker would be on the far side. As I look back where they line up, the 42 is the initial line of scrimmage, a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. They send a man in motion. Shane Brown. Tibbett will pass to the far side. He has Trenton Webb. He gets a little bit of a block, gets around a couple of defenders, keeps his feet, falls forward, and may have gotten the first down.
I think so, Ray. Luke Rapé with the tackle, but I think he propelled him past the first down marker.
Unless he stepped out of bounds, and where the official is standing, it looks like he did not go out of bounds. We'll see they mark the first down, move the chains.
Boy, if Luke Rapé is able to wrap up, Ray, rather than just hit him, his forward momentum carried him past a marker.
Tibbett, a quick out here and dropped. It is a forward pass, although he covers it quickly, as Shane Brown was the intended receiver. Shane Brown is 5'9", 150 pounds. Trent Webb, who was the target of the first pass tonight, 6 foot, 170 pounds, a senior. And Mitchell Gable, he may be their big receiver. They haven't tried to hit him yet. Number 28, 6'2", 170 pounds. From the shotgun, Tibbett wants to throw. Throws to the far side. He throws for Gable. He's got it, and he's knocked out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. Well, shut my broadcast mouth. I just said they hadn't thrown to Mitchell Gable. And he just got a little bit of room, I believe, on Brandon Marquez, and perfectly thrown by Tanner Tibbett. A first down at the 20-yard line, right at the 20. They say he went out at the Warrior 20.
That was Derek Weah on the covers for the Warriors, and that was a perfectly thrown ball.
From the shotgun again, Tibbett throws out here, has a man. Mitchell Gable has a first down inside the 10, and the Rebels are marching. This is exactly what I said. They've had tough times against passing, and Tibbett is on the mark. He's throwing that ball well. They're moving the ball quickly here on their first possession.
And how are they doing it? No huddle, too, Ray. It's hard to defend the no huddle,
That's
as we've
true.
seen at every level.
It is hurry up. They're ready to go again from the shotgun. Tanner Tibbett will not hand off. He will go up the middle. He's going to go all the way to the end zone, but he's maybe just a little short. I think he is about a yard short. He dove forward, and that ball was just about, well, they'll say it's at the 1-yard line. He was very close to getting it across that end line.
It's inside the 1, Ray, about a half a yard.
It's second down and goal to go from the 1, and this is shocking the way the Rebels have moved the ball on the first possession. Only a couple of minutes gone in the game, and there they are knocking on the door. Here's a handoff to Mueller. Dallas Mueller won't get it. They say he was stopped just short. He moved inside that 1-yard line. This one is just about at the goal line, just about. Tip of the ball almost touching the goal line right now, another inch, and it'll be a touchdown on the first drive of the night.
Taman Pravosky with the hit. There is a Rebel down.
And that will at least stop the clock, maybe give the Warriors some time to talk things over about what's going on here. And
it might be I'm trying to get the number there, Ray. I'm not sure if it's a lineman or...
The Rebels will head for the sideline and talk things over with Bryce Erickson. Very impressive, obviously, on their first possession as they move from their own 15-yard line all the way down now inside the Warrior 5, in fact, right down to the goal line. And coming off of the field, you wish that they would turn just enough to let you see the numbers as he's walking almost sideways to us, and you can't pick up his number. Plus, there is a trainer on his backside. See if we can find the number. He is walking under his own power, incidentally. The South Albany player injured on that down that brought them right close to the goal line. Can't tell.
It looks like Mitchell Gable, possibly.
That would be a tough loss for them if he were out of the game, number 28. All right, here's the down right close to the goal line and skipping in. Oh, on a keeper, it's Tanner Tibbett. It looked like he had handed off to Mueller. And Mueller, I think everybody was watching Mueller heading for the goal line straight up the middle, and then Tibbett went to the left side, wide open. Nobody touched him into the end zone. Touchdown, 6-0. A most impressive, and that's an understatement with 2 words, most impressive first drive for South Albany. They will go for the extra point. And kicking the extra point for them will be Taryn Grice. Ball set down. The kick is up, wobbles a little bit, but it's good. Taryn Grice, who is 6 foot, 156 pounds, the sophomore, kicks it through. Just a little over 2 minutes expired. 2 minutes and 5 seconds gone in the game. 7-0 Rebels. It is incumbent upon the Warriors tonight to have some offense. We'll see what they can do against the South Albany defense in a moment on KGAL.
You will come out a winner at Power Honda. Their talented staff will show you how easy it is to get the vehicle you want and the payment you need. Check out mypowerhonda.com. Call 928-0122 or just go in to Power Honda, Highway 20 east of I-5 in Albany, your Honda superstore.
Making life easier and more productive, that's what Lynn Benton Tractor can do for you. And it all begins by discovering how the full line of Kubota equipment can help.
Lynn Benton Tractor, we're still doing business the American way.
Highway 99E, Tangent.
KGAL.
Well, that's not a good opening. 7-0 South Albany. I was concerned about this offense. They had ability to put up points. 42 in the first game, although they lost. 49 last week against the team everybody keeps saying is very weak in North Eugene, but South Albany, the last year and the year prior, certainly they would not have been able to put up 49 points. It's a dramatic change. And the sun went down. I got to put off the sunglasses here, put on the glasses for the kickoff. It is a short kick. Will be taken at about the 35 and brought out to the 40. So good field position for the Warriors, taken by one of their
Tim Farrell, 35, up to the 35.
So it'll be a first down, actually out to the 41, almost the 42-yard line for the Warriors. So good field position to start with. Let's see what they could do. They were really stymied the first couple of weeks. There was one series in which Brandon Marquez, back at quarterback tonight, threw the ball well against Mountain View. Brandon will keep on the first down, and he'll get some sufficient yardage here. Out to about the 47, a pickup of maybe 5 on first down, 2nd and 5 on simply a quarterback keeper behind good blocking, the left side of the line. Well, that's encouraging.
Yes, it is. Yes, if you can get 7 yards on the first play, first down, it bodes well for later on in the series.
Just short of 6 on the first down. They have 2nd and 4 on the scoreboard. It's a little long on the 4. Here's Marquez on a handoff. We'll give to the deep back. That'll be DJ Knutz. He's pretty much bundled up near the line of scrimmage. He may have picked up another yard. They'll be out to about the 43-yard line, so it's still around 3 yards to go, but it's 3rd down now, and the Warriors were not successful on many 3rd downs in either the first nor the second game. It was certainly not one of their strengths. We saw them punt numerous times last week at Ashland. Here's Brandon Marquez. 2 backs behind him in the eye. He will keep on the 3rd down, and he will fall forward for the first down. He was stopped, but then he did a nice job of spinning and turning to his left and getting the first down, falling forward. Good job by Brandon. And I really think this is critical. I know we have 8:36 remaining in the first quarter, but they have to answer here. And if he'd have been stopped immediately, it would have been a turnover. They'd have to kick, and that might have been a tough. They could be looking at 14-0 quickly. So a great play, great move by Brandon to keep this drive alive, at least for another series of downs. First down and 10. Brandon fakes a handoff, now does go up the middle. Fumbles the ball, and there are a lot of white shirts there. Let's see if they fell on it. I think they did too, Rob. The white shirts were dominant. It was only Brandon Marquez, and he was not at the bottom of the pile. It is a white shirt, number 32.
That would be Caleb Emmons.
5'7", 160-pound senior. You could see Marquez was lying on top of a player, and that player was wearing a white shirt. He was at the bottom of the pile. That was Emmons.
Yeah, Brandon dropped back. It looked like he faked the handoff to the fullback, Ray, and looked for a pop pass, but it was covered really well, and then he went right up the middle, tried to get some yardage up the middle, and got hit really hard by South Albany defender and jar the ball loose. First turnover of the game.
It looked like he intended to hand off, did it not? That maybe something broke on that play?
You know, I think that is a pop pass play where you fake to the fullback real quick, see if the defense will bite, and the defense did a really good job that time of staying at home with the receiver.
He may not have had a real good handle on the ball. Here's a first down, though, from their own 47-yard line for South. Good defensive play by the Warriors this time. No real yardage on that play. Stopped quickly by the Warriors. A gain of about a yard on the play. Tamer Pravatsky was in on the tackle. So 2nd down and 9. South Albany went 85 yards on their first possession. They lead the game 7-0. Shane Brown in motion to the right. Tibbett wants to throw to the right. Instead throws to a man out of the backfield. It's Mealer, Dallas Mealer, who takes it out to the 50, just across. I think his forward progress will carry him into Warrior territory at about the 49. And it'll be 3rd down coming up, and maybe 4.
A nice job by Riley Wessel of tackling the youngster out of the backfield there. Big 3rd down for the Warrior defense.
3rd and 4. They operate from the shotgun. Tanner Tibbett hands off to Mealer. Mealer hits a good bunch of Warriors, and they will stop him short. No first down this time. He maybe got a yard past what the ball was at the 44-yard line. He did pick up maybe a yard on the play, but it'll be 4th down and 3. Would you go for it? It's the Warrior 48.
You know, it's a young coaching staff over there, and they will go. They come on the road here, coming for a win.
48-yard line of the Warriors. 4th down and 3. Tibbett back to throw. Throws. The ball hit and almost intercepted.
Jake May
off the hands of the intended receiver. And almost picked off. Was it Jake May?
It was Jake May actually deflected the ball, Ray. Big 75. You can't miss him. He's about 6'5", 250 pounds out there, and he almost came.
His hands on the ball?
It was his mitts on the ball. Yes. Almost came up with his first interception of his high school career.
Well, the Warriors get the ball anyway, and I don't think Jake would have gone too far, so they probably pick up a couple of yards. The ball was in first down territory, but would have been just a couple of yards behind where they are now, which is their own 42.5. First down and 10. Here is a handoff.
Another fumble.
Ball on the ground again. A fumble. This time the Warriors
Brandon
do pick it up as Brandon falls on the ball, and he gets forward progress here. And indeed, he picks up about 4 yards on the play. About 4.5 yards.
Taman Pravotsky had the ball. All of a sudden, Taman didn't have the ball and was on the turf. An alert Brandon Marquez falls on it, and the Warriors escape with a break there.
A good break not to give the Rebels another shot here. They scored on their first possession, lead 7-0. First quarter running quickly, 6 minutes, 11 seconds to go. The clock moving with backs in the eye for Brandon Marquez. Brandon will hand off. It's probably DJ Knutz, the deep back it is, and he will carry close to the 45, which will still be about 2.5, maybe 3 yards short of a first down with a third down here for the Warriors. Do you think they would say in your football face and try 2 downs here if they don't get the first down?
Knowing Coach Dykes, it very well could be 4-down territory. You don't want to punt the ball too much in this game unless you have to.
They're at the 40, just inside the 46-yard line of the South Albany Rebels. A key third down and a long 3. Brandon Marquez calls the signals. He will hand on an end around, and the Warriors may score on this play. All the way down to the 10-yard line, the 5 into the end zone.
Luke
Touchdown, Warriors. Luke Rapay, who gained some yardage on that last week in Ashland, on a quick end around, a counter play in which he comes from the right to the left. Took the handoff on a play that worked for some good yardage a couple of times last week. In fact, I think Luke Rapay on 2 carries was the chief ball carrier, gained the most yardage for the Warriors last week, and he takes this one 40, what did we say, 42?
45 yards. Statman Carruthers on top of that one.
45 yards. They will go for 2, and Brandon Marquez into the end zone. Warriors lead at 8-7. So a 45-yard run on the counter play to Luke Rapay completely catches the defense by surprise. As they're looking one way, Rapay is running the other, and as he gets to the corner, it's wide open to the end zone. They get the 2-point conversion on a drop into the end zone, a plop into the end zone by Brandon Marquez, and it's 8-7. Warriors lead it. Interesting game, suddenly. Fun game. 5:19 remaining in the first quarter. We'll take this timeout.
Has your stove lost its heat? Is your fridge or freezer no longer cold? Does your washer leave soap in your clothes, or has your dryer stopped tumbling? Then who are you going to call? Like New Appliance at 259-1131, of course. Like New Appliance, where every appliance shines like new.
You'll always get your money's worth where the food is fresh and original at Ixtapa Family Mexican Restaurant in Lebanon. Roberto and his staff will provide a fun and affordable dining experience. So visit Ixtapa on the corner of Highway 20 and Wheeler Street, where parking is convenient and the atmosphere is sweet.
Your Mid-Valley home of the Lebanon Warriors. News Talk 1580, KGAL, Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis.
Well, a couple of things are answered. South Albany is good on offense. They certainly look good on their first drive of 85 yards. The other thing is, if South Albany could score, and it appears they will, could Lebanon answer? And they do on a counter play to Luke Rapay, 45 yards to the end zone. And Brandon Marquez on a dive into the end zone on the 2-point, a quick lineup for the 2-point conversion, by the way. And the Warriors take the lead at 8-7. South Albany settled for the point after on the kick. Here's a ball that will bounce at the 15, taken to the 20, 25, and out to about the 28-yard line. Isaiah Curligan on the carry, on the return. First down and 10 for the Rebels. Rebels stopped cold on their second possession as they went for a first down and a fourth down just over midfield, close to the 45-yard line of the Warriors. They did not get it. The Warriors took the ball. And Luke Rapay, finally the 45-yard touchdown. As South Albany again takes off across the field to talk things over with Bryce Erickson and the coaching staff, and they come back out. They'll line up again in the shotgun. Mitchell Gable, the dangerous receiver, is set to the left near us, and 2 receivers to the right, man in motion. And here is Tibbett, throws to that man out of the backfield. It is Shane Brown, who is tackled at the 25-yard line, short of the line of scrimmage. which is up around the 28. He lost 2 or 3 on the play. It looks like 2. Second down and 12.
Riley Wessel, Jake May in there on the tackle for the Warriors. They got off their blocks real quick and got out there on the flat to tackle the Rebel for a loss.
Matthew Tracy is the one on their tough receiver, Gable. As Tippett goes back and throws over the middle, does complete the pass, a dangerous one. There was a Warrior almost stepping in on that play, but it is complete to Shane Brown. Brown, who lost yardage on the last catch, does carry out to about the 34, close to the 35, just shy of the 35-yard line, about 7. Make it about 5 yards to go, 4 or 5 here on third down.
It's like they're changing formation. No, they're trying to get the play in.
Little conversation on the line from Tanner Tippett. Now steps back from the shotgun. Hands off. Quick hit to the right side and stopped on third down. That looked like Mealer. It looked like 22 carrying the ball. That would be Dallas Mealer, and he has stopped short of the first down, and this time in their own territory, just across their 45, and needing a couple of yards. They will not go for it on fourth down. They will punt. So 2 consecutive stops for the Warriors.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think the key to that last drive for the Warriors was the drive before that, getting the stop that the Warriors needed, and now that's 2 in a row now.
Here's a punt from the 25-yard line. It is up. It is a good one. And back is Jake McConnell, and Jake is going to be dropped inside the 30 as he dropped back a little bit after catching the ball, trying to find some room to run. Instead, is trapped just shy of the 30-yard line, and that's where the Warriors will begin. 3 minutes, 28 seconds, first quarter. 2 interesting possessions, one for South on their first drive, 85 yards, and quickly 2 minutes and 5 seconds to go the field in 85 yards and get the extra point to lead 7-0. But the Warriors, after a couple of exchanges of the ball, a 43-yard run by Luke Rapay, and they get a 2-point conversion. They lead it by 1.
Real quickly, C.J. Hargis, backup quarterback in the ball game for the Warriors, so no Brandon Marquez. I wonder if this is by design. I hope so. Oh, that's offsides.
And South Albany jumped unless they were drawn. The Warriors will be looking at a 1st and 5, and they are, as the official looks the South Albany way and backs them up. Takes it out to the 35-yard line, just shy of 35, 1st down and 5.
Well, it seems like South Albany, the defensive coordinator, is sending a lot of blitzes, Ray. That's how you calm that pressure down a little bit. They're antsy. You try to get a hard count and by 5 yards.
1st and 5. As I look behind the post here, somebody's got the ball straight up the middle. We'll go over the 35 to about the 38. Let's see.
Taman Pravatsky.
That is 32.
Yes, it is. Fullback.
Taman Pravatsky, number 32, carries out to the 38-yard line and will be just a couple of yards short here of a 1st down, with 2nd down coming up. 2nd and about 2 for the Warriors. They will send one receiver out to the right, one to the left. Backs in the eye for C.J. Hargis, the quarterback. C.J. will hand off. Good yardage there, and still on his feet. Jake McConnell, 1st down across midfield. Good carry. He carried a couple of defenders with him after the initial hit and takes it just across the field into Rebel territory.
Tim Farrell just bullying his way through a couple of defenders there, Ray. It looked like he was going to be able to break that, but a nice job to get some positive yardage and right up the middle of the Rebel defense.
So 1st and 10 to 49 on the 49 of the Rebels, and the Warriors trying to get the lead here. It's really scary watching South take that ball down the field on their first possession, but the Warriors with some good fight here. Up by a point, trying to make it more. And offsides, Matthew Tracy jumped. He was the receiver to the right. So that will cost them 5 this time, and instead of 1st and 5 as they had on that initial possession, it is 1st and 15. And they're back inside their own territory at the 46. From the 46-yard line, C.J. Hargis, keep an eye on the Brandon Marquez if you spot him on the sideline and see where he might be. Suffered a concussion a couple of weeks ago, did not play last week. Here is the handoff, and not much doing there, maybe out to about the 47-yard line.
You know, and the more I think about it, Ray, it may be an open audition, a continuing audition for quarterback for the season.
That's true.
For the Warriors, to see who runs the offense better. CJ getting a few more snaps.
It may simply be by design. He will step up to the line here, and he will hand off. No, he will not. He may have kept the ball.
He did.
He faked the handoff, and I just interfered with the connection for my headset. Let me plug that back in. Is that a keeper by CJ?
That was a keeper, and now it presents a third and long, third and about 12, Ray, coming up. This would usually constitute a passing down.
They're still not back to the initial line of scrimmage here, as they're at the 48-yard line. Their own 48, closer to the 49. He will hand off here on the third down. They will try a running play. They will carry it into Rebel territory, but it'll be well short. It'll be about 8 yards short of a first down. Just across midfield, actually down to about the 47 of the Rebels. And this will be a punting situation as Jake McConnell will step back to around his own 40, maybe the 41-yard line for a punt, and the clock running down in the first quarter, 45 seconds clock running. As Jake McConnell awaits the snap. It is a good one. He will step into it. It's a good high kick, end over end. It will drop. Sam Mealer will watch it roll, and it is a beauty of a punt.
Not the 5-yard
way
line.
Down to the 5 of the Rebels. Began to hug the sideline, stayed inbounds, and rolled all the way to the 5, and Mealer didn't think he should handle it, and it rolls to the 5, first down and 10 from the 5-yard line. 24 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Well, they went 85. Can they go 95?
I hope not. And that was a nice 41-yard kick with a little bit of roll there, like a fairway of a golf course, getting a little roll out there for the Warriors.
Mr. Golfer, what did you golf last week over in Eastern Oregon?
I golfed. Let's see. I had a couple rounds in the 80s. So I usually play in the 70s, but I had an off weekend.
Was that on the first 9 or 18?
Oh, you had to ask. 18 holes.
From the 5-yard line, Tanner Tibbett is the quarterback, right down at the goal line, and here comes one of the Warriors. It's a delayed pass right up the middle, a dangerous pass that is caught.
Oh, it was batted down. Austin Lean.
I thought he grabbed it. I thought number 22 grabbed the ball on that play. But
no,
okay.
It fell down on the turf, but Austin Lean, one of the linemen for the Warriors, almost had an interception.
Right into traffic, right in the middle of everybody it was thrown. Dangerous pass, but Tibbett wanted to get rid of it because he was in the end zone. Again, steps back in the end zone, throws out here, throws long, and it is going to be knocked away on the far sideline, intended for Mitchell Gable. And is that DJ Canute?
Yes, it is. One of the fastest Warriors on the team out there.
Far side of the field, Mitchell Gable is their key receiver, and DJ did a good job of staying with him. They wanted to go for the big strike. They didn't get it, so it's 3rd and 10 from the 5-yard line against Tanner Tibbett. Will stay on the right at the goal line. He takes a couple of steps back into the end zone, throws out here, has Gable. No, knocked away. Another nice job, this time by Brandon Marquez. No, it's Matthew Tracy. Matt Tracy hit Gable just as he caught that ball. It looked like it was going to be a completion and a first down, but he knocked it loose, jarred Gable. He drops the ball, and they'll have to punt from their own 5-yard line. Good defensive plays on passes.
Very nice. The Warriors have come ready in this passing game now. They've kind of figured things out a little bit for the time being.
Just under 9 seconds, first quarter, perhaps the last play, kicking for the end zone. A good kick. It's taken at the 40 by Jake McConnell. McConnell's at the 35, the 30, skips his way, still on his feet, pushing a couple of Rebels back down to the 25-yard line. An excellent return, and here comes a flag.
Oh, yeah, and that flag, Ray, I don't know if you noticed that. That flag actually hit Jake in the helmet. The official needs to work on his accuracy. That's a dangerous play there.
The flag holding. It's coming back. Nice job by Jake McConnell, who took it on the 40, had some running room as the ball got to him rather quickly before the defenders could get down the field. Skipped his way by a couple of defenders, carried a couple of more down to the 30, but holding is called.
And end of the quarter.
And that was the last play of the quarter. We'll see where this is set, as we'll be back for a second quarter here, and the ball is going to be in Warrior territory at the 48. First down and 10 for the Warriors. Second quarter about to begin. Interesting first quarter. Warriors lead at 8-7. We'll be back on KGAL.
The short drive to Corvallis will save you time and money. This is Steve Buckner from Wilson Motors, inviting you to experience the notable difference at Wilson Motors, 5th and Buchanan in Corvallis. Check us out at saveatwilson.com.
Lynn Lanes in Lebanon, home of the best burger in town.
Good family fun. Bowling.
Open every day and until 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday nights. Ballistic bowling starts at 10 on Saturday nights.
Stop by Lynn Lanes in Lebanon.
It's Albany Burgerville Back to School Fun this coming Tuesday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Original hamburgers only 90 cents. Cheeseburgers $1. Regular fries $1. Regular drink $1. Bring in an unopened full-size box of cereal to help the Sunshine Division food drive. Albany Burgerville celebrating Back to School Fun this Tuesday, September 18th.
It's that time again. Les Schwab's Fall Tire Sale, our biggest sale of the year. Come in and get great deals on some of our most popular tires. But hurry, the Fall Tire Sale ends October 31st. Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
1580 KGAL.
Back for the start of the second quarter tonight. Thank you for joining us here at 1580 KGAL, locally owned and operated, proud to be local. I understand they've carried Lebanon High School since the inception of this station, which would be almost 60 years ago. The Warriors lead tonight 8-7 as we start the second quarter. They have the ball. First down and 10. Brandon Marquez will go straight ahead now as they go from our right to left here. Change here in the second quarter. They bring the ball from their own 48 into Rebel territory at about the 49, so a gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Brandon Marquez, the ball carrier on the first down of the second quarter. It's a warm night out here. It's still warm in here right now, very warm. But the flag is also just still. There's no movement, so there's no breeze to cool the evening. It'll be nice as we get a little deeper into the ball game, but it's a warm September evening. Second down and 7. He has his backs in the eye, and it looked like he handed off there. It's one of those two men carrying the ball, Brandon Marquez and Taman Pravatsky. Taman carries to the 48, so gain of just a yard, and third down and 6 coming up for the Warriors. Both teams scoring rather early in that first quarter. In fact, first possession of the ball game, South Albany on a hurry-up offense went 85 yards in 2 minutes and 5 seconds, a la Oregon Duck. Kicked the extra point to lead 7-0. A couple exchanges of the ball, and then the Warriors on a 45-yard run by Luke Rapay scored. Brandon Marquez went in for the 2-point conversion. They lead by 1. Key third down here. The handoff will go outside and close to a first down as he carries a couple of ball carriers with him is Luke Rapay. If he gets a good spot, it's a first down.
Yeah, same play that they scored the touchdown on, the Warriors did, Ray. That was a little better defensive job by the Rebels. He still got
fourth.
Boy, got a good chunk of yardage. But fourth down, he's short. Fourth and about a yard.
It looked like you're looking at the chain on the far side of the field, but now you can see it's about a yard short. It looked like maybe he had that first down where he was. They always extend that ball a little bit after the tackle. So fourth down and 1. They will go for it just across the 45. A handoff. Looks like they've got the first. It is. Brandon Marquez is going to go for the touchdown. Touchdown Warriors, 44 yards. As Brandon Marquez pulls a Ben Dewar.
That was a good read, wasn't it?
A Seth Probert.
Yeah.
Two quarterbacks who could really do that option quite sneakily, and he did. It looked like he had handed off. And as we saw last year with Dewar so many times, the play has really evolved for a good 3, 4, 5 seconds before he takes off. And when he took off, everybody was tackling the first man through, and he went to the right side of the line, burst through, and nary a Rebel in sight. Scores the touchdown on a 44-yard run, and the Warriors lead at 14-7. They'll try the swinging gate. They'll go for 2. Marquez is going to throw into the end zone. He's got it. Touch. They get the 2-point conversion.
Luke Rapay with the catch.
That's 43?
Yes, it is.
I can see it now. As you know, I hate to say it looked like 12 to me from way back there, but as he comes to the sideline, it's 43 or 13. It's Luke Rapay who gets the 2-point conversion. The Warriors take a 9-point lead. That's better than one touchdown. 16-7, 9:53 to go. A 44-yard run, Brandon Marquez. 2-point conversion, Marquez to Rapay 16-7. 9:53 remaining. We'll take a timeout on KGAL.
Hi, I'm Dave Wood, President and CEO of Willamette Community Bank. We are proud to support our local high school sports, music, and scholastic programs. Be part of the team and get behind our schools and our future leaders. Willamette Community Bank, service like no other. We promise. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Good, tasty food. That's why Bing's Kitchen has been a lunch and dinner favorite for over 40 years. Choose Chinese or American meals that can satisfy the entire family or a gathering of up to 40 people on the South Santiam Highway in Lebanon. Choose Bing's Kitchen, where the food simply tastes best.
Your Mid-Valley home of the Lebanon Warriors. News Talk 1580, KGAL, Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis.
Well, it was South Albany that scored in the first couple of minutes of the first quarter. It's the Warriors who do it here. They go 52 yards on a drive, get the two-point conversion. They lead at 16-7. Here's the kick. It escapes Mueller. And that's Curligan. Curligan goes back near the goal line, finally picks it up, and then drives it out to about the 12, 13-yard line. We'll see where they unpile here. He let that ball get by him, and it wound up rolling just short of the end zone, but he still had time to pick it up, come back, but only to the, well, where are they going to place the ball? Close to the 13-yard line.
13-yard line, Ray. That's, again, very good coverage by the Warriors. Kickoff coverage. Good kick. It was bobbled a little bit there. That helped the Warriors. And let's see what South can do. See if they can answer the Warriors, who clearly have the momentum right now.
Warriors have stopped them cold. After that first possession, they couldn't stop many of the plays, but they've done well in about the last three possessions of South. Again, they'll work from the shotgun. Tanner Tibbett. Tibbett is going to hand off to Mueller, and Mueller is stopped in the backfield, and then a swarm of Warriors.
Fumble!
Ball is loose, and I think the Warriors grabbed it. They may almost have stolen that ball out of the hands of Mueller. The red shirts were falling to the ground. I don't hear any applause yet. And yes,
Warriors
they have it.
Alan Ma. Alan Ma's got it, Ray.
Alan Ma?
Yes.
Alan Ma with the ball. The Warriors, it almost looked like they took it out of the hands of Dallas Mueller. And he fell on it. Ma fell on the ball at the 5-yard line, and the Warriors are really, no, make it the 9. That's where they will stand. They move it back a little bit here as the official puts it just shy of the 10. And the Warriors are in a good position to grab a strong first half lead, leading 16-7. First down and goal from the 9. A fortuitous fall. I swear it looked like they grabbed that ball and stole it, ripped it right out of the hands of Mueller. Here is a handoff. This time as Marquez does hand it. Oh, Marquez, as I'm going to say, kept the ball. Well, he's confused me a few times tonight. Good for him. He takes it about a yard. That last play in which he scored the touchdown was one of those plays where they're all standing at the line of scrimmage, and you would swear that the person in front of Marquez has the ball. And as soon as everybody on the Rebels has committed to that apparent ball carrier, that's when Marquez makes his move, cuts to the right, and as he breaks through that initial line, there is no one there with him, no one deep. Went 44 yards for the touchdown. Here it is 2nd and 8 now, 2nd and goal from the 8. Here's a pitch to DJ Knuth. He will carry it short of the 5, so it's down at about the 6. Brandon Marquez was kicking very well last week at Ashland. We saw him kick a field goal of about 45 yards in a pregame warm-up. He didn't play quarterback last week. He was just kicking. Did not want any contact as he had suffered a concussion in the week prior against Mountain View. But he can kick. He can kick field goals, so 3rd down here and 7. They might very well, in the past, they might not have settled for a field goal, but they might try it if they don't pick up some sufficient yardage here. 3rd and 7, under center for Marquez. Marquez will go back to throw. Rose to his right, wants to throw in the end zone. Man, wide open. Touchdown! Touchdown, Warriors! That's a single number out there.
Matt Tracy.
Number 9.
Yes, it
number
is.
9. Number 9. Matt Tracy, far side of the... Could you tell somebody... They keep scoring again this year to the far side of the field. Year. Why is that? Bring the ball a little closer. Matt Tracy, wide open. He had really gotten distance. Good separation from his defender. And on the run, rolling out to the right, Marquez throws a perfect strike. Now they'll go for 2. Here is the pitch and into the end zone with a 2-point conversion. Marquez pitches to DJ Knuth, and DJ takes it into the end zone. 3 touchdowns, 3 2-point conversions. 8:09 remaining before the halftime. 24-7. The Warriors with the lead. A 7-yard touchdown pass from Marquez to Matt Tracy. I'll write that down before I forget. And then the two-point conversion on a pitch to DJ Knutz, 24-7. A couple of reminders from some of our sponsors here. Still time to sign up for the fall term. September 24th at LBCC. You can still do it. This is about the last week, though, to do it. Lynn Benton Community College. Get started, get finished at LBCC in Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis, and in Sweet Home. Their new semester about to begin September 24th. Udell Engineering wishes the best for the Warriors this 2012 season. We again thank Udell Engineering for all they did, and they were a key figure in the development of this beautiful, beautiful new field here at Heath Stadium. We thank them for the role in our beautiful football field, and they wish good luck to the Warriors. The Warriors have needed skill tonight, and they've shown it after giving up 7 points in quick, frightening fashion to start the game. They have scored 24, 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, and they're turning it on at 24-7. Here's a kickoff that will come back to about the 37-yard line. Far side of the field, of course. First down and 10 for the Rebels. 8 minutes and 3 seconds remaining before the halftime. Well, the Warriors have scored 24 points, and that's more than they had. That almost matches their total, as they had 27 points for the season in 2 games coming into the night. They're only 3 shy of that now with 8:03 remaining in the first half. From the shotgun, Tanner Tibbett trying to get his team back rolling again. Goes back to throw. Throws out here and throws incomplete on the far side. Intended for Mitchell Gable. The ball thrown a little short. He made a nice attempt at it. Almost looked like he had grabbed it before he hit the ground. But that ball hit the turf.
On the far side of the field, of course.
After looking very sharp in his first series, Tibbett has kind of calmed down a little bit here, Ray, with some incompletions.
Here's a throw out of the backfield. He has a man, Shane Brown, and Brown is going to be swarmed. About 5 different Warriors, including Taman Pravatsky, is there. Brandon Marquez is there.
That's what we love to see. A lot of red jerseys around the football, Ray. The defense is fired up now.
Alan Ma also in at the end of that play. 3rd down and 9. Tibbett back to throw near his 30. Throws out here. Throws complete. They've got the first down this time as Mitchell Gable caught it just perhaps a step shy of where the first down would be, and then turned and fell forward. Crossed the 50. About the 49-yard line. Now they'll do that hurry up, which was so successful in their first possession as they get the first down. Tibbett goes back to throw, and the whistle will blow by the official. Tibbett turns around and says, hey, what's the deal? And then a flag comes down. Too much time. Boy, the official should be flagged. He took a lot of time to give the signal. Tanner Tibbett turned around, looked at the official as if to say, what? And the official just stood there for a few seconds, then finally threw the flag and then indicated too much time.
Which is amazing, Ray. That's 2 delay game penalties on a no-huddle style offense. It's very, very rare.
So now they have a little time to talk things over here before a first down back at the 44-yard line. 1st and 15 as Tibbett, who has all night, operates from the shotgun. Back to throw. Here come the Warriors. He steps up, throws downfield. It's a battle for the ball. It's incomplete. Probably Mitchell Gable on the far side. He's the one that goes long on those passes. Nicely thrown inside the 20, inside the Warrior 20. But following Mitchell Gable step for step was
Matt Tracy.
Is 9, okay.
Yes, and that was great coverage, Ray. Even if he would have caught that, I'm not sure if he would have been in bounds. I think that was such great coverage by Matt Tracy.
But nicely thrown. I mean, he hit him right in stride, but Tracy was with him step for step. The Warriors crush in the backfield here.
Riley Wessel.
They crush Tanner Tibbett as Tanner is flattened well back of the 45 at the 44-yard line. So 3rd down now and about 16. 3rd and 16 as Tibbett from the shotgun goes back, steps back. Warriors rush. Here is a throw out to the far side. Oh! Almost intercepted, but Gable caught it. Did he catch it?
No, he didn't. He bobbled
incomplete.
Just dropped it. Oh, my.
It was almost intercepted by the Warriors and Tracy on the far side, but it was tipped. Gable appeared to have caught it, turned, and dropped the ball. The question was if he had possession, it would have then been a fumble and a rush to the ball, but they say he never had full possession of the ball. Incomplete pass. So 4th down and 16 from their own 44. Jake McConnell is back, and he will handle this kick at the 21-yard line. Wants to return it. He does. Gets a couple of yards and then grab from behind. Couple on the return from about
hold on to the ball, Jake.
Yeah.
Please.
The 21 out to about the 25, maybe a 4-yard return. 1st down and 10 for the Warriors, 25-yard line. 6 minutes and 29 seconds remaining in the second quarter after trailing 7-0. 2 minutes and 5 seconds into the first quarter. They lead at 24-7 as they take the ball here. R.J. Armstrong and Associates, masters of underground and excavation work, something you're not going to do yourself on a Saturday. If you need that type of work, call R.J. Armstrong. Individuals or commercial business, they serve them all. 541-451-4286. Timeout.
Timeout Warriors, as Luke Rapé was the 12th man on the field. Didn't want to get a penalty there.
Timeout for the Warriors, 6:29 remaining before the half. 24-7. We'll take this timeout at 1580 KGAL.
We're Linco Federal Credit Union. Keep your money in Linn County with Linco Federal Credit Union. Enjoy a visit with one of our friendly staff at a neighborhood branch near you today. Linco Federal Credit Union in Albany, Lebanon, and Sweet Home. In Linn, you're in.
Family owned and operated since 1979, Crabtree Auto stresses the small stuff when it comes to maintaining your vehicle. An oil change every 3,000 miles is a small thing now, but adds up to big rewards down the road. Crabtree Auto's ASE certified technician can help your vehicle maintain its reliability beyond 200,000 miles. Crabtree Auto on Hill Street, just south of 9th in Albany.
KGAL.
We're back.
Oh, we're back. We're discussing this game here.
No huddle pace here.
Yeah. No huddle commercial break there. We didn't get a chance to huddle up. And 24-7. I don't mean we go 24-7 basically. KGAL Radio, of course. But it's 24-7. Warriors leading, 6:29 to go as they take over on their own 25. 1st down, and the whistle blows, the blue flag. In honor of the battle against prostate cancer, a blue flag tonight, 5 yards. False start for the Warriors. 1st down and 15 remaining. Nice day here. The latter days of summer, but boy, this was warm here this evening. Beginning to cool down a little bit, and now most comfortable evening for football. I don't know for the players. Might still be a little hot out there.
Feels warm in here, I can tell you that. There is no breeze.
No. The flag is not moving at all tonight. 1st and 15. Here's a handoff that will be in the hands of DJ Knutz at the 40. The 45 goes to the outside. It is Knutz, and he breaks away, goes down to the 40, close to the 35-yard line. Left side, and that time it was what we saw the first week here, and that was the speed of DJ Knutz when he hits that line. If he gets a little opening, he has great speed. Ashland stopped him cold last Friday night. But that time he did it. He took off to the left side, found a little bit of a hole, and then his speed, he just outran everybody well into Rebel territory. 35, 1st and 10 for the Warriors.
Yeah, the Warriors are hitting on all cylinders now on both sides of the ball. The offensive line doing a great job with the push, pushing the Rebel defenders around, opening up holes for DJ Knuth and other running backs.
All the way from the 20-yard line, 45 yards on the run. As Marquez rolls out, he wants to throw. He does throw, has a man wide open. He hits him. DJ Knutz has it for the 1st down.
C.J. Hargis, the backup quarterback.
16?
18.
18.
18, yes. Quarterback to quarterback.
At the 22-yard line, 1st down and 10. Second time that Marquez has rolled out and thrown on the run and thrown a strike. He hit C.J. Hargis right on the numbers. 22, 1st and 10. That's the kind of stuff you would have expected after the first possession of the night from South, and the Warriors have been the team that's doing it better since. 5:32 before the half from the far hash mark, far side of the field, of course. Here's Brandon Marquez on a handoff straight up the middle, and this is DJ Knutz, and he turns, spins, it gets down to the 15-yard line.
Boy, it is so nice to see the Warriors finally putting, so far, a pretty good game plan together.
Gain of 7, 2nd down and 3. Warriors on the move, leading 24-7. think at some point they would just settle for 7 points to make sure they get an extra point? Will we keep going for the 2 all night?
I'm not sure, Ray. I mean, Coach Dykes is an offensive-minded person. Points is what offensive coordinators like.
Brandon calls long signals. He goes off the right side behind the right tackle. He carries close to the 10. I think he's a little bit shy of the 10. It is a first down. First down on the carry by Brandon Marquez, and they can get another first down as the ball is just outside of the 10. So they could get a first down just shy of the goal line if it's necessary. Set to the left. C.J. Hargis, one receiver to the right. Brandon Marquez has his backs in the eye. Long count, still looking, and now we'll stop and maybe call timeout.
Yeah, it's a timeout. They were trying to draw him off sides, maybe.
Didn't like whatever he was looking at, and they call a timeout. So here's the football deal tonight. 4 minutes and 22 seconds remaining before the half. Warriors leading 24-7, and they have it first down and 10 from the south 11-yard line when we come back.
Need tires? Hi, this is Don from Conegat Tire Factory. From lawnmowers to tractors, cars, and trucks, we have what you need. And Conegat Tire's ASE certified mechanics can help you with your brakes, shocks, struts, alignment, oil changes, and stuff you won't believe. Even propane for your barbecue and RV. Conegat Tire Factory, still at the Y in Lebanon.
Mama's Fine Italian and Wine Shop, offering lunch and dinner, takeout, and catering too. Here's Bob.
Come down and visit us and try some of our hand-tossed pizzas, my friends. That's right, hand-tossed.
Mama's Fine Italian and Wine Shop in the heart of Lebanon on Oak, between Main and 2nd.
1580 KGAL.
Hi, we're back in time to see the Warriors huddling up here and getting ready to come back and try to put the ball in the end zone yet again, leading 24-7, 4:22 remaining before the half. As they're going to the west end of the field. It's not a deep, deep red sky, but nonetheless pretty, especially with the Warriors on top by 17. Here's Marquez. Marquez is going to hand off on the left side. Warrior touchdown. Yes! Let's see who it is. Is it DJ or Taman
It's
Blavatsky?
with Tim Farrell, but there is a flag, and it's holding. It's coming back.
Oh, that's 35 this time. Tim Farrell was the back, and a flag on the field, and the Warriors have not yet scored. And they'll have to take that 30 off the board. The official is pointing towards the Warriors. They're getting backed up.
It looked like it might have been from the backside, Ray, right as from the opposite side. You really don't like to see that as a coach or fan, is the play's on the opposite side and you're holding on the opposite side. So it wasn't even near where the play was going, is what I'm saying.
You needed to see the hands of Rob Allen, who was pointing, and
yes,
the hands are very
it's like
expressive.
The yin and the yang, yes. The yin and the yang. The yang was not working.
The far side and the near side and in the middle. 1st and 20, so the touchdown is taken off the board, and the Warriors now have a tough task here. 1st and 20. For the goal, here's a handoff and a run. They got it close to the goal line. Let's see, he's got it in for the touchdown. That's amazing.
Luke Rapay again.
They just kept pushing. Luke Rapay has some strength. He is a bulky player. They handed to Luke, and it was just, there was a crowd at the line of scrimmage, but he just kept pushing, and soon he was down to the 5, and then one more push, and he was in the end zone. I mean, they just kept pushing the Rebels back, and he in particular, he's strong.
He is 5'10", 205 pounds.
Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah,
catcher,
you
plays
could
catcher.
see that strength. I mean, I'm telling you, he just kept pushing that line backwards. They'll go for 2. Into the end zone, and they've got
Jake
the
McConnell.
2-point conversion, number 15, McConnell, Jake McConnell. Well, that answers the question, would they keep going for 2 or just try to make sure they get another point with kicking? 32-7, 4 minutes and 6 seconds to go. So actually 19 yards on that, on the run.
The tight end counter play twice tonight, Reyes.
44 yards, 45 yards the first time with 5:19 remaining in the first quarter, 45 yards for Rapay, and the last time on the counter. And this time, the first time when he took that ball and he got around the end, he was pretty much alone, but this time he was in a crowd, and they just kept pushing the Rebels backwards for about 19 yards to the end zone for the touchdown, and then the conversion is good, and the Warriors lead it 32-7. Jake McConnell on the carry into the end zone. You got to write this down here. And 4 minutes and 6 seconds remaining before the halftime. And the Warriors are looking good. And you said you were very confident about this game. I said I was scared. I was right for 2 minutes and 5 seconds.
It'd be interesting to see how South responds here, Ray. They've been in this position many times.
Here comes a good kick. It's a shame. It rolls out of bounds at the 5-yard line. It eluded the defender, Sam Mueller. It was well to the left side of the field as he stood about in the center of the field. If it had held, it could have gone all the way to the end zone. They would come out to the 20, but it went out of bounds just inside the 5, and the ball, unfortunately, then will come out to the 35. Nice kick, though, by Jake McConnell, who ran in the ball for the 2-point conversion. Still writing down the last play with 4:06 to go for Luke Rapay. 32-7. The Warriors with an offensive outburst.
An offensive and offensive.
I wasn't sure after the first 2 weeks that they could do this. I really was uncertain about this game, and I thought if they did, that South Albany, because of their offensive prowess in their first 2 games and the Warriors' difficulty in stopping the pass, that it might be score for score. Hasn't been that way. Here's a handoff straight up the gut. It's Sam Mueller, or Dallas Mueller. Dallas Mueller will carry up to the 40-yard line, picks up 5 on the play, 2nd down and 5. Clock running with 3:51 remaining, so they go to the run this time. They haven't done much of that. Here's Mueller again out of the backfield. He's got a little bit of room, but then he is stopped by the Warriors.
Who is that?
And stuffed.
Tim Farrell.
Tim Farrell, wow. 35, gets up. He's the one who came up to meet Mueller. Just as I said, he has a little room. Well, it was very little, because there was the helmet and the arms of Tim Farrell wrapping him up and dropping him instantly.
That's a Mike linebacker tackle right there, Ray.
So he only gets about a yard on a play that looked like he was going to burst for several. Here's a quick, direct snap. I think this goes to Mueller. It does, and he will get the first down. The Wildcat play, instead of hiking the ball to the quarterback, they center it to Mueller, the running back, and he takes a little surprise play, takes it up to the 46th. South Albany moving a little bit. They get another first down here, 32-7, 3:09, 3:08. First half. Here's another handoff. No, it's a fake. As he rolls out, Tibbett throws downfield, man wide open. He's got him, and it's a touchdown. Touchdown for South. And that should be Gable on the far side.
Mitchell Gable. 59 yards.
Mitchell Gable, 59 on the play. They faked the handoff. Now, they had run the ball about 4 times in succession, and they faked the handoff again to Mueller, and then Tibbett rolled out to his left. He had time to look downfield, and he bought enough time for his receiver, Gable, to be wide open, and he threw a perfect pass, a long pass all the way down about the 20s, where Gable took it into the end zone. 59 yards on the play, and here is the kick. Taryn Grice kicks it good, and a quick strike has to give a little bit of hope to South Albany, as they looked sharp and quick as they did on their first possession of the night. 32-14, 59-yard pass. Tibbett to Gable, and the extra point by Grice. 32-14. We'll take a timeout. 2:56 remaining before the half on KGAL.
Need some electrical work in your home or business, but it just seems like too small of a job to call the pros? No matter what the job, call City and Suburban Electric. Proud to be a contributing member of our community. City and Suburban Electric. Call 451-5609.
Lassen RV at Albany has the new RV models on the lot now, ready for you to buy. Lassen RV Service Department has a new truckload of parts and accessories on sale just in time for fall fix-up. From changing a light bulb to rebuilding your entire RV. No job is too big or too small for Lassen RV in Albany, where friends send their friends.
Your Mid-Valley home of the Lebanon Warriors. News Talk 1580, KGAL, Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis.
Nice job of that last play by Tanner Tibbett, rolling out. Buying some time, his receiver Mitchell Gable opened down the field, and a long throw and a perfect throw. He has been good on those deep throws. He can throw a distance, Tanner Tibbett can. Here is the kick. Jacob McConnell takes it on a line drive. 20, 25, skips his way to about the 27, 30. And the Warriors are back in action with 2:49.
And there's a late flag, a little roughing roughing up with Jake McConnell, though, Ray, as he was lying on his backside.
Be a personal foul then against South if that's the case. Personal foul, South, you're right.
It looked to me like, and I've seen this a couple times, Ray, the officials did not call it the first couple times, but on a kickoff for the Warriors or a punt, they haven't let the player get back up, and they kind of rough him up a little bit, like kind of sending a message, like.
That takes the ball all the way out to the 45.
Too emotional.
Out at the 45-yard line. Definitely a personal foul when the flag comes down that late, and it was against South, piling on against Jake McConnell. 45-yard line, their own, 1st and 10, 2:49 remaining before the half. They lead at 32-14. Can they add more? At least do not let South do so. That's their hope. Here's a handoff, probably to Knutz if he's the deep back, and he'll carry right out to midfield, and he is, and he does. Right at midfield, right at the middle of the beautiful coloring of the LW letters on the field. That's pretty, isn't it?
It is beautiful. I really believe, Ray, that TJ Knuth, he wasn't a featured back last year. We got to see Ben Dewar and a really good fullback in Garrett Urrutia, but I think Knuth, being a junior, he started off well against Mountain View last week, kind of took a step back, but he is right back where he needs to be tonight.
He is the deep back. Looked like the Warriors jumped, and I think they definitely did. As I believe Riley Wessel is the one who jumped. It looked like he was the receiver to the left, and he definitely took a step early downfield. He comes back and explains to the coaches, talking with Jeff Stolzik down there on the sideline. 32-14, clock running down to 2:07. The Warriors are backed up to the 45-yard line. Second and 10. Handoff for the Warriors. This one will not get them anywhere except pushed back. But I believe they do get back to the line of scrimmage. It should be 3rd down and 10.
South they ended up with the ball, Ray, but I think he was down. They're having a discussion here. One of the down linemen came up with the ball.
Boy, I didn't see that ball.
And they gave it
South
to him.
got it.
Wow.
It looked like he was down and the play was done. I did not see the ball come out or any indication the ball had been lost, but.
And I don't see any Warriors really with any comeback there, verbal comeback, the captain or anything.
No complaints from the sideline.
Wow.
It looked like the play, what I saw, it looked like the play was completed. And the Warriors had no gain. But somewhere in that pile, South comes up with the ball, and it's 1 minute and 50 seconds to go. They have the ball at the 46-yard line. If they strike, the lead could be down to 11.
You better believe they're going to take a few shots down the end zone here.
1 minute 50. They can do a lot of damage quickly. They've seen it on 2 drives tonight. Warriors have been able to stop them several times. And here's a handoff to Mueller. He goes straight up the middle. He gets a little room, gets down to about the 41-yard line. If it is the 41, it's a gain of 4. 2nd down and 6. And it's a little short of that, maybe 3. 2nd down and 7. They quickly line up. For Tanner Tibbett. Takes the hike from the shotgun, throws out to the left side, has Gable. Gable gets down the left side. Look out, he's open. He is touchdown for South. Oh, my goodness. No flags on the field, not a flag. 42 yards. It was a quick hit on the quick no-huddle offense. Tibbett throws out to the left side, a quick hit on the left flat to Gable, and Gable did the rest. There were defenders out there, but he ran past them and around them and then down the sidelines for the touchdown. 42 yards, and Taryn Grice lines up for a kick. They will be within 11. Grice has been perfect on the first 2. This one looks good. That one nice and high and straight. And it is 32-21 as South strikes quickly twice, once with 2:56 remaining, and then just 1 minute and 34 seconds later, after a Warrior fumble, they go 42 yards on a pass from Tibbett to Gable. The one prior was a 59-yard pass from Tibbett to Gable. That was a long strike, but this one was simply a sidelines pass, and Gable truly did the rest. Boy, there were defenders in front of him on that sideline. It looked like he was going to be knocked out of bounds, maybe tackled, and he escaped.
Yeah, it looked kind of reminiscent of Oregon with that bubble screen action out on there on the side, and just get it out to a very speedy Gable who turned on the burners the last 20 to 30 yards there, Ray. Last week I was in Central Oregon. I saw 95 points scored between Century and Mountain View. This is looking like a no defensive game, Ray. I mean, the Warriors' defense was looking like they were starting to come of age a little bit there here in the second quarter, but two quick answers by South.
It's a 1 touchdown difference. That's all. We're talking about 4 times where they went for the 2 and got them each time. That's why they have the 11-point lead, but there's only 1 touchdown in this half separating the two teams. Here's McConnell on a good run back. 35, 40 still on his feet, falls forward.
Taman, the other.
Taman.
Yes, the other
Taman takes the kickoff out to the 42. A minute 13 to go. The Warriors in a decent position, maybe to do some damage here. But the main thing is, don't turn it over again. They're at the 42, 1st and 10. There's only, it seems like the Warriors have been in the end zone time after time. There's only a 1 touchdown difference, 4 touchdowns to 3 in the half. It's the 2-point conversions that make the difference.
It is. And so far, South Albany has not been able to defend those 2-point conversions. So why would you stop doing that until they prove that they could stop that? Then you go for the.
And amazingly, even though it's only 1 more touchdown, they're 2 possessions ahead in the ball game. 2 scoring possessions
2 turnovers,
ahead.
2 key turnovers for the Warriors so far.
Here's Brandon Marquez, handoff. DJ Knutz, could he score? No, it's Luke Rapay again on the counter play that works again down to the 25-yard line. He could never quite get that opening, but they ran the counter again. That has been a huge play. As I said last week against Ashland, it was the one play that Scott and I saw that we could cheer for. They did it twice late in the game. One of them led to a scoring drive. There were 6 points of the game. And this one gives them an opportunity maybe to score and get some of that lead back. 25 seconds to go. No, 56 seconds to go. The ball's at the 25-yard line. And a whistle blows as they hike.
Timeout.
Oh, good.
Timeout, South Albany.
Timeout for South. Now, maybe the Warriors had jumped on that play, but it's simply a timeout. 32-21, 56 seconds remaining before the end of what has been an intriguing first half here, a half of scoring in spurts. Learn how archery is a family sport at the Archery Hut in Lebanon. You'll find the Archery Hut just past the Moose Lodge on Crowfoot Road. Go in and see John Stone and see his trophies. Have you ever been to the Archery Hut?
I have not.
The trophies.
He has a lot, doesn't he?
Oh, they're amazing. He hunts all over the world. Bow and arrow, which just shocks me how you do that. And some big game.
And he's got some pretty big, strong mitts.
Oh, he's got
those archery hands.
If I go in and see him, I always say, "I'm sorry, I can't shake, John. Arthritis."
High five. High five.
Yeah.
Let's do a high five.
Let's do a little shoulder bump or something.
There you go.
The Archery Hut, Crowfoot Road. Oh, look, a little moth has come in here. Live long and prosper, my friend. I'm not going to crush you there, but get out of the way. 1st and 10, 26-yard line of the Rebels. Brandon Marquez, hands off, and they've got some room. Looks like Taman Pravatsky on the 21. Maybe a gain of 5 on the play, so they pick up 5, but that clock is running on the running play.
The Warriors only have 1 timeout left in the half.
42, 41. They try to get up to the line quickly here. They're at the 21-yard line. They've got to set up faster than that. Brandon with the signals. Hands off. They've got the first down, and now they'll call a timeout, as it is Taman Pravatsky for the first down inside the 20 to about the 17, perhaps, and they will call a timeout.
Their final timeout, Ray. Part of the problem, the Warriors were ready, but the ball had not been put in play, and the clock was continuing to roll.
Oh, no, it's 2nd down. I thought that was a first down play for them. It's 2nd down and 6. So they did have the first down.
It's now going to be 3rd down. I just saw the down marker across the field. So now it's 3rd and 1. But, Ray, there was a good 10 seconds that ran off the clock where the official who had the ball did not put the ball down.
It should be 3rd and about, well, it is maybe about 1. They're right. 3rd and 1. So 3rd down and 1 here. That's why they needed to call timeout. It was not a first down. The chains would have done that for them. Movement of the chains. But it'll be 3rd and 1. 17-yard line, 24.5 seconds. That half second may be key. Give them just a little more time to try to get that ball in the end zone. They talk things over on the timeout. Come back to the line from the 17. What can they do here? Luke Rapay will line up the left tight end position. He will go out on a pass play. Here's Marquez rolling out. He wants to look to Luke. He's got him open, and he overthrows too high.
Well, it's 4th down, Ray, and
Luke was the tight end in that play, and you could see him come off the line and simply break to the right, and no one picked him up, Rob, and he was at about the 10-yard line, and he was open. But Brandon this time was thrown on the run perfectly a couple of times, rolling to his right. I suppose his preferred side, threw it a little bit high, and Luke had to go up for it. That also slowed him down on the time it took him to catch it, and he was hit just as that ball came off his hands. Incomplete. So 24 and a half seconds to go, and it's 4th down and 1. Do you get the first down and try to spike the ball?
You have enough time to get a first down and spike the ball. But
or do you try to stun them? Well, here they come. Let's see what they choose to do. They'll send 3 receivers to the right.
Timeout South.
And South will converse as to what they want to do to try to stop the Warriors after seeing how they came out to line up.
It looked like South might have been lining up for what was going to be a run play, but the Warriors spread out, like you said, 3 receivers, and it didn't look like they had the right coverage scheme there. Looked like I saw one guy over on that side where there were 3 receivers.
On the right side?
Yeah, that's a good way, a good timeout.
That's a good match.
Timeout. Yeah.
That's a good matchup if you get 3-on-1. Unfortunately, South did the right thing, called timeout, and they will discuss what they want to do. Should the Warriors come back with the same formation, they may not, as they talk things over here with Josh Dykes just in front of us. 19 seconds before the half. Warm night. It was more than warm. It was a little hot initially in this game, as South, 2 minutes and 5 seconds, went 85 yards, bang, 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 scored a touchdown, got the extra point, led 7-0. And we all started to perspire. Well, here we go. From the shotgun, they will send 2 receivers to the right. Marquez will roll to that side, and he's going to look. He throws over the middle and throws incomplete, short of the intended receiver at the 5.
That's Luke Rapay again, two times in a row, right in his hands. He's a catcher in baseball. He's supposed to catch those.
Again, the same type of play out of the tight end position on the left. He goes, cuts to his right, cuts across, had a little bit of opening. There was more of a crowd there, and the ball thrown a little bit too short for him to go down and grab it.
Yeah, that drop 2 plays ago was a little high. That one was low. He was already down on the ground. That was a low pass, but both times they were right in his hands. Key moment, key stop for South Albany.
So the Warriors hoping to get one of those couple of touchdowns that they gave up in quick fashion in just a couple minutes' time, the latter part of this quarter. It looked like they maybe were going to do it. Penalty pushed them back, and finally they do not. 13 seconds left for South, maybe to try a long strike. Instead, they'll take a knee, and that's got to be a penalty.
Wow.
Not? Coming in and hitting Tanner Tibbett from the far side, and looking late because he was evidently no flag, and the clock will run out.
Great first half.
Looked like Alan Ma came up and hit him after it was evident he was going to take the knee. No flag, so the clock will just expire. And the first half comes to an end, and it's a lot closer than it looked like it might be with just a couple of minutes remaining in the quarter. With 3 minutes remaining, the Warriors were up 32-7 as they head for the locker room. The Warriors still have the lead, but it's a narrow one. 32-21, 1 half done tonight. Warriors and Rebels, we thank you for joining us at 1580 KGAL.
If you'd like to do it yourself or need helpful advice doing it, your neighborhood Ace Hardware and Contractor Center can help. Economy Supply Building Center has been that helpful place for over 58 years. Economy Supply Building Center, where Highway 34 becomes Tangent Street in Lebanon.
You will come out a winner at Power Honda. Their talented staff will show you how easy it is to get the vehicle you want and the payment you need. Check out mypowerhonda.com. Call 928-0122 or just go in to Power Honda, Highway 20 east of I-5 in Albany, your Honda superstore.
Making life easier and more productive, that's what Lynn Benton Tractor can do for you. And it all begins by discovering how the full line of Kubota equipment can help.
Lynn Benton Tractor, we're still doing business the American way.
Highway 99E, Tangent.
You'll always get your money's worth where the food is fresh and original at Ixtapa Family Mexican Restaurant in Lebanon. Roberto and his staff will provide a fun and affordable dining experience. So visit Ixtapa on the corner of Highway 20 and Wheeler Street, where parking is convenient and the atmosphere is sweet.
Your Mid-Valley home of the Lebanon Warriors. News Talk 1580, KGAL, Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis.
Well, we're back here at the halftime at Heath Stadium at Lebanon High School. The band is on the field. That's nice to see. A couple of weeks ago when we opened the season, it was a little quieter here. It was Labor Day weekend. Several families were still out, maybe camping or just enjoying that longer weekend. So it was a bit quieter here for the Mountain View opener. But tonight the place is packed. It is packed, one, because the students are back, and they add certainly to the crowd significantly. It's packed because the band is here, and they're about to take the field and perform here at halftime. It is also packed because of a good crowd on the far side of the field, which is where the visiting crowd sets up, and that's South Albany. Anytime you get either of the Albany schools, in particular, South or West here, they have a big following, and it's a good group of people. An exciting game, 32-21. We're at halftime. The Warriors led 32-7, and in just a couple of minutes in that second quarter, with about 3 minutes left and about 2 minutes time, South added 2 touchdowns, 2 extra points to make it a ball game at the half, 32-21. Well, we are both right in our pregame analysis. You told me you were very confident that the Warriors could score. I said I was a little concerned about that. I just didn't know. We'd see. But I said if they do score, I still think that it's going to be back and forth, because I think that South, that it was not just a fluke that they put up 42 points against McKay and 49 against North Eugene. And it was 32-7 here just a few minutes ago, but 32-21 at the half, and it truly is a competitive game.
Yes, and, I wanted to see how either team really, since they've arrived to this point of the season early, it's still kind of early to tell what kind of teams they're going to be for later on the season. But, you know that the Warriors love to run the football. And last week, I wasn't at the game, Ray, but it didn't seem like, looking at the statistics, that Ashland it looked like a pretty good defense. I'm not sure if it was the Warriors' execution or lack thereof last week, but you can definitely notice a difference when Brandon Marquez is in the ball game and C.J. Hargis is in the ball game. I think C.J. might have been in there maybe to spell Brandon, because he does play safety and quarterback. Maybe give him a little bit of a breather. I'm pretty certain that Brandon Marquez is the quarterback.
It was just that one series.
It was just that one series, and Brandon, I saw him standing on the sidelines. He looked fine, just getting a breather, because there's a lot of action going out there with that no-huddle offense of Bryce Erickson and the Rebels. And it's very impressive, and very impressed with the following of the Rebel fans. That's about as full of a visiting side, usually West Albany, comes, like you said, comes packed. I know Crescent Valley usually has a strong following as well. But, boy, what a great first half so far for the Warriors. They did some good things defensively there. They need to get back to that and stay true to keeping all the receivers in front of them. Tanner Tibbett, his legs, he can run, but one of those passes, Matt Tracy came up thinking that Tibbett was going to run. He didn't. He showed off that arm and hit Gable right on the mark.
You made a good point in our conversation earlier before the game about the fact high school ball, so many players have to play on both sides of the ball. And for the Warriors, that is Brandon Marquez, who is a corner. He's the quarterback, involved in every play. He's a corner. And when South runs that hurry-up offense, when the Ducks run that, they always talk about the defense on the opposition is going to tire out, because they're moving all the time. They never get a chance to catch their breath. But you take someone like Brandon, who's involved in every single play because he's the quarterback, sometimes carrying the ball and rolling out and responsible for every play, and then he has to play the corner on a hurry-up offense against him, moving. That's tough.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Taman Pravotsky and Tim Farrell, they play fullback position. They also play linebacker.
And you wonder if that's, as we go into the second half and he continues to have to exert the way he is tonight on a warm night, whether that affects him on offense, where he would like to be the runner sometimes, if that does slow him down a little bit, the number of plays that he's involved in and how quickly they're run.
Right, absolutely. And, we say that, I said earlier, it looks reminiscent of Oregon, also looks reminiscent of Dennis Erickson's Arizona State, and they had Osweiler. They were running out of the gun. So it's by design. It's by design to wear out the team. Let's see how Lebanon's condition is. I know they've been conditioning a lot in practice. They condition quite a bit at the end of practice to get prepared for each game and get in better shape.
Bryce Erickson, who is the coach, that is his son, the coach here for South Albany, assisted him at at Arizona State.
Running backs coach.
Was he a full-time coach with him, or more of
I didn't hear if he was a full-time coach or not, but he helped with the running backs. I do know that.
But he assisted his father, so he sees the college game up close and personal with one of the better coaches, with his dad, and brings that to South. They are certainly a vastly improved team from what we've seen for a few years.
They are.
The fans can be very happy about that.
He's got the whole program fired up. Last night, I didn't get to see the freshman football game, which the Lebanon Warriors did defeat the Rebels 30-18. But what I did see was it looked like the South Albany Rebel freshman fans looked like there was more of them than there was of Lebanon. So that means from top to bottom, the program is fired up with the addition of Bryce Erickson and his staff.
That is nice to see, and you'd like to see that for them, because in Albany, of course, the talk has been west, west, west for several years. It would be nice to see them be competitive and, maybe step up as an even foe with West Albany. That would be huge. It's like Beavers and Ducks, where you can't talk with a Duck fan right now.
It's not much of a rivalry. You got to have two to tango, as they say.
I wear my Oregon State shirt when I go to Eugene. Nobody bothers to say anything to me. They don't think they have to, They just look at you and smile.
Who are you? Yeah, who are you? Are you from Lynn Benton Community College? No, it's Oregon State.
It's nice for South to be making this move up. We'd like to see the Warriors, rooting for the Warriors to get the win tonight, but South has shown their toughness as they come back from a 32-7 deficit within striking distance, 32-21. Ironically, both teams scored the same number of touchdowns. It would only be a 7-point lead, but the Warriors have scored 4 touchdowns, 4 times have gone for the 2-point conversion, and 4 times they have converted. That's why they have the 11-point lead. It could be down to 7 if they hadn't done that. About 8 minutes before the end of the halftime tonight, the dancers now are on the field, the Lebanon High School dance team. After the band perform, part of the excitement. It's really nice to have everybody back, isn't it? It's just
it
feels like football.
And it's football season, and there's no better place that any Lebanite. I want to say that correctly. Lebanite wants to be on Friday nights than here at Heath Stadium.
A little bit of a breeze blowing now, which also makes it more comfortable. Just a touch of a breeze here tonight. And the Warriors leading 32-21 at the half. We'll take this time out. The stat man is with us, of course. Statman Carruthers keeping the stats tonight. We'll come back and get those when we return at 1580 KGAL.
The short drive to Corvallis will save you time and money. This is Steve Buckner from Wilson Motors, inviting you to experience the notable difference at Wilson Motors, 5th and Buchanan in Corvallis. Check us out at saveatwilson.com.
Has your stove lost its heat? Is your fridge or freezer no longer cold? Does your washer leave soap in your clothes, or has your dryer stopped tumbling? Then who are you going to call? Like New Appliance at 259-1131, of course. Like New Appliance, where every appliance shines like new.
Lynn Lanes in Lebanon, home of the best burger in town.
The place to bowl is Lynn Lanes Bowling Center on South Main Road in Lebanon. And the people are real nice. And the Head Pin Restaurant, I'd go there even if the bowling alley wasn't attached.
Good family fun. Bowling.
It's Albany Burgerville Back to School Fun. This coming Tuesday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Original hamburgers only 90 cents. Cheeseburgers $1. Regular fries $1. Regular drink $1. Bring in an unopened full-size box of cereal to help the Sunshine Division food drive. Albany Burgerville celebrating Back to School Fun this Tuesday, September 18th.
Your Mid-Valley home of the Lebanon Warriors. News Talk 1580 KGAL, Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis.
Thank you for joining us tonight. High school football here, Lebanon football here on KGAL, locally owned and operated. Pleased, proud to be local, and proud to introduce to you the Statman Carruthers, known to millions as Statman Carruthers, and known to somebody called up here, hey Scott, so somebody knows you here tonight, Scott Landgren.
Oh yes.
With some stats and some scores. There is an interesting matchup between two teams that are considered to be among the best in the league, Crescent Valley and West. That must be a tight game, huh?
Yeah, West Albany 23, Crescent Valley nothing.
That's impossible.
I heard it from your son's mouth.
At the half?
At the half.
Boy, Crescent Valley, you don't know before the season. People analyze, nobody's played, but
right.
The only thing I read about Crescent Valley is somebody said, well, maybe that's one writer, it might have been the Gazette Times, that this is a team that should rival for the top of the league this year.
Remember, their star running back got hurt week 1, broke his leg. He's out for the year. So, maybe they just haven't found a good replacement yet.
Well, we will go to Crescent Valley next Friday night.
Yes.
We'll see how good they are.
That's right. That's right.
How about Silverton? They're running over Dallas tonight.
34-0 at the half over Dallas. Corvallis 35-6 over Woodburn at the half.
Oh, no kidding. Woodburn has won 2 in a row to start the season for the first time since the Declaration of Independence was signed.
Seems a little old.
First time in about 20 years, I think it said in the paper today.
Let's see here. Marist 33-0 over Ashland at the half. That's not a good. It's not a good sign for the Warriors' strength schedule.
Seinfeld moment. Boo!
That's right. And Hermiston, a shocker so far, 7-0 over Sherwood in the second quarter. Number 1 ranked Sherwood, so it's an upset in the making.
It's a long way.
I know.
A long way to a making, though.
I said in the making.
Oh, I heard you. I did hear you. Yes.
Okay. For the stats, for the first time this year, I give you the stats. Pretty good first half stats for the Warriors. They run 27 plays, 282 yards of total offense. That's pretty good for them, considering the past couple weeks that we've seen. South Albany has run 32 plays for 237 yards. So they've also put up some numbers, like you said, that they would.
But 3 quick drives in which they did put up those numbers. They were fast.
Yes, there was a stretch there where they had, maybe 20 total yards, and then they, like you said, the last few plays have been bang, bang, bang for a lot of points. Rushing, Mueller, 10 rushes for 47 yards, so a pretty good first half for him. Really impressed with Tanner Tibbett. He's 12 of 20, 185 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Gable is the leading receiver for them. 4 catches, 2 touchdowns, 145 yards receiving from Mitchell Gable in the first half. They had, they were 4 of 7 on third downs. Quickly for the Warriors they were 3 of 5 on third down, so that's good for them. DJ Knuth, 8 rushes, 69 yards rushing. Pravatsky, 5 carries, 22 yards. Rapay on that tight end counter, 4 times for 102 yards for Rapay there. Marquez passing was 2 of 4, 20 yards and a touchdown. Marquez running the ball was 6 carries with a touchdown, 64 yards. So all around good performance by the Warriors at the half. Hopefully they can keep it up. They get the ball first, and let's see what they can do.
We're a couple of minutes away, about 3 minutes away from the start of the second half tonight. It's 32-21. An interesting ball game here as we head for the second half tonight on KGAL. We'll take this time out.
Porcupines are cute, but they can ruin your tires if you run over their tail. Luckily at Les Schwab, along with great prices, every one of our car or pickup tires comes with the kind of protection most other places don't give you, like free flat repairs and more. Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
Hi, I'm Dave Wood, President and CEO of Willamette Community Bank. We are proud to support our local high school sports, music, and scholastic programs. Be part of the team and get behind our schools and our future leaders. Willamette Community Bank, service like no other. We promise. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
KGAL.
32-21 our score. Just listening to some scores from Rob, I thought he said Mountain View and Reagan.
All right, now we're behind in the ball game, but I want you boys to come out and win one for the Gipper. Gipper, I'm sorry.
Hey, we had a fascinating conversation today on our From the Sidelines program every Friday morning from 11:06 till noon. We talked with Andy McNamara, who is a member of the Sports Information Department at the University of Oregon. A couple of weeks ago, when Marcus was named the starting quarterback at Oregon, there was a special release from the Sports Information Department that the pronunciation of his name was to accent the final syllable, Marcus Mariota. I asked Andy McNamara, what took you so long? Because there had been discussion of Mariota and Bennett for weeks, and everybody had been saying Mariota. He said, well, because we didn't want, if we drew attention to him, it might seem like we were saying that he was going to be the favored quarterback, and we didn't want to do that. So we thought we'd wait to see what happened. Well, when he was named the starting quarterback, they immediately released the pronunciation. Now, in the weeks that followed, although there was a game on ESPN, the Ducks and Arkansas State, and the announcers went out of their way to say Mariota. But the announcers in Eugene, including some of the news people who had read the story on the Friday night of Mariota's announcement as the starting quarterback, his coronation, they suddenly said Mariota again. And it turns out, as Andy McNamara said, he said, well, the best source is Marcus himself. And maybe because he's so used to people mispronouncing it, he prefers right now Mariota. Mariota. You still say ta, but you don't accent the last syllable.
No.
You go just like you were saying Mariota, except it's Mariota. Mariota.
Mariota.
It's
Mariota.
And not ta, but ta.
Yes.
Mariota. Mariota. That's the correct pronunciation. And so now they're going with that one, despite what the Sports Information Department said a couple of weeks ago.
And his father, during that Arkansas State game, had a shirt that was phonetically and syllabolically correct.
Yeah, it
Yes.
turns out because it had the big O.
Yes.
And when we saw that game, we said, Mary Jo, Ryan and I and Mary Jo were there, and we said, well, it's not meant to be a pronunciation. It's just the O is big to show it's Oregon, but it's actually Mariota. But it was the correct pronunciation, Mariota.
It's a tongue twister with your wife's name being Mary Jo and Mariota. How do you pronounce it? Mary Jo? Is it Mariota?
No, we say Mary Jota.
Mary Jota.
Mary Jota.
Oh, man.
Well, we're a couple minutes away here from the second half. We see the Warriors warming up on the sidelines. Luke Rapay is warming up and throwing. He's not going to do everything, is he? A couple of great counter plays to Luke Rapay. We saw the play twice in the latter part of the game at Ashland last week, and we wondered what took them so long because it was the only play that worked. It was the first really big play of the night. The Warriors on their first couple of downs last week picked up a couple of first downs, right? They had like 2 in the first 3 plays of the game. And that was about it until Luke Rapay had a good run on the counter in which everybody goes in one direction, he goes in the other. It's called the misdirection play. Something I did in baseball with a coach from Cottage Grove years ago living in Junction City. I was the first one to use the misdirection play in baseball. We called it and said, how do you get to Junction City? I said, you go south. Then you win the game 1-0 or 9-0, depending on how the official scorer wants to put it. And they forfeit. And it worked.
If you hit Roseburg, you haven't gone far enough.
That's right. Keep going. You'll see the sign for California, and Junction City is about 20 miles south of that. But the counterplay is basically misdirection. You get everybody going one way, and Luke Rapay suddenly heads back the other. And he had a 45-yard run, and then the next one, a little bit later, was a 19-yard run. And those were a couple of key touchdowns for the Warriors, but the play worked a few times beyond that, and the Warriors have an 11-point lead, 32-21. We're about to start.
Yeah, I'm excited about the second half to see what kind of adjustments have been made on both sides of the ball. But the Warriors, you know, they answered the call after that first touchdown that South did. The Warriors took the lead and have not looked back so far. So hopefully 2 more quarters of Warrior football, we'll get our first victory of the year.
The Warriors, you may remember, kicked to start the game, and then 2 minutes and 5 seconds later, they were down 7-0, 85 yards in very impressive fashion for South to begin the ball game. But it also means, because they did so, got the kick, that the Warriors will get the ball first in the second half. They need to score, or this game could really get tight.
Yeah, and that was a key possession that the Warriors did not. They came up empty that last offensive possession, Ray. That was a good stop for South Albany. So now this drive here becomes the biggest drive of the game for the Warriors or for the Rebels, really.
The Warriors looked like they were on their way to a touchdown to end that first half. Some penalties pushed them back, and they wound up turning the ball over. Here we go. Jake McConnell, 20-25, will go to the far right side, 30, hits a crowd and will drop at the 32, and the Warriors are in business to start the second half at the 32-yard line. They have 32 points, 11 more than the visiting South Albany Rebels, who put up 42 the first week against McKay. Unfortunately, they gave up 62. This is something you don't want to do. And they scored 49 points last week against North Eugene, beating them 49-2. And North Eugene didn't score until the last play of the ball game, a safety on a reserve running back. And they put up some points. When they put up the points, it's been quickly tonight. Here's the first play of the second half. T.J. Canoose almost breaks the tackle. He does, but he gets outside and runs into a host of Rebels who will push him back after what turns out to be a short gain. Did a nice job again of getting through that initial crowd. Almost broke it to the left side, but some of the linebackers come up, move up, push him back.
It's hard to gain yardage when you have a few hundred pounds on you.
Yeah.
Nice job by South, though. That play went for a few extra yards earlier in the game.
They say he brought it out to the 32 initially, so it was just a 1-yard gain, and South jumps
Oh, boy, did they ever.
So 2nd and 9, it'll be 2nd and 4 as the ball will come up to the 38, almost 38.5-yard line. 2nd and 4 for the Warriors. And there is a wind in this half. That flag that was perfectly silent. This is a strange time of night at 8:30 for the wind to come up. But it's probably welcome for the fans here tonight and the players. We're not getting too much of a breeze here in the press box. We'd appreciate it, too. Here's Marquez, drops back to throw, throws out here and throws high, intended again for Luke Rapé, who has suddenly become the receiver of choice for the Warriors. And again, coming out of his tight end position and simply cutting across the left side of the line and cutting across to the right side. He was open, but this one thrown high. Last 3 times he's had a shot at the ball, but the ball's been a little bit off the mark.
That was the same play that C.J. Hargis was wide open on late in that first half, Ray. But the Rebels, key third down play for both teams here. Hopefully the Warriors can convert.
Marquez will take this ball on a keeper, try the right side, and gains only a couple, so...
Did not get it. A gain of maybe 2. 4th and 2, Ray. I think this is... got to punt this ball.
Yeah, they do. They have to punt from the 40. He tried a quick hit off right tackle and was able to gain a couple, but his dive, his plunge, only picked up the few. They needed about 4, 3.5 at least on that down. They didn't get it, so they will punt the first possession. That gives South a chance to move very close in this ball game. Here's Jake McConnell. Off the snap. Good rush put on, but he gets it away. Fair catch called for. The ball drops. Is it anybody's ball? The Warriors
no
have
flag.
It.
Wow.
And the Warriors will get the ball.
The Warriors get the ball, but no flag. I mean, that was clear interference. Oh, he didn't call for a fair catch?
It looked like
there's no halo rule.
No, I guess he didn't.
Wow.
I thought he was trying to get his arms up, but he didn't. He just hung in, tried to get the ball, didn't get it. It rolls, and the Warriors come up with it, and they'll have it at the 25-yard line. He did not call for the fair catch, and they were on him like flies on a...
Like flies on...
I don't know.
Yeah, flies on honey?
Flies on... That's good enough.
That's bees on honey.
That's good enough. And the ball simply rolled, and the Warriors had a host of players down there to grab it and pick it up, and it's theirs at the 25. First down, 26. 1st and 10. Big break. Can they convert that break? They go straight ahead. Canoe Team A breaks through the initial line of scrimmage and again finds a little room inside the 20, 18-yard line. Maybe a pickup of 8 and 2nd and 2 for the Warriors.
Nice.
He can run with a head of steam.
Nice hard run there. Just turn it upfield, get as much yardage as you can. Boy, the Warriors keep on going with that counter tray action with the run plays here with DJ Knuth.
He's 205 pounds. He can motor. He's got speed out of that line of scrimmage, but he also has strength. Backs in the eye. Receiver left, receiver right. Marquez will hand off.
Oh, that was a great defensive play by the Rebels.
Stopped quickly right at the line of scrimmage. In fact, I don't know if he got back to the line of scrimmage.
I think it's a loss.
Who was it on that play?
That was Luke Rapé, going the opposite direction on that tight end counter.
That's a quick counter, and it's hard to pick up even from here where the ball is when they run that counter. That he had taken the ball. It's a loss. It'll be a 3rd and 5 from the 21, so the Warriors in trouble here, blowing this great opportunity. Handoff straight ahead, and there goes DJ Knuth, still battling inside the 10. First down and down to about the 6. 1st and goal from the 6. There's the strength that I spoke about. He had the first down with a quick burst. He got about the 5 yards. If he had dropped there, I think he still would have had the first down, but he just kept fighting and pushed several defenders backwards all the way down to this, well, they'll say what, the 8? The
8-yard line. A great gaping hole there by the offensive line there, right where Keaton Scavone and Delano Salinas are at their center and left guard positions.
Make it 1st and goal from the 8. As Marquez will hand off. DJ grabbed from behind, and this time he cannot escape the tackler who brings him down. He had a head of steam, but he got grabbed from behind, and to the credit of, I didn't see who that was.
Tristan Glasser.
54,
6'1", 270.
Yeah, he's big. I could see him there in the middle of that line. Grabbed DJ from behind, and it was a sudden stop. It's like one of those cartoons where his legs are moving, and he's not going anywhere. Grasser had him by the shirt and stopped him. 2nd and 9, a loss of a yard, in fact, on the play. Here's Brandon Marquez, again under center, waits the snap. Will go back and roll out to the right, his favorite side. He wants to throw in the end zone, throws, has a man open, plunges toward the end zone.
Yes!
Touchdown for the Warriors.
Taman Pravatsky.
Taman?
Yes, it is.
Taman Pravatsky this time. The Warriors like that roll to the right. I assume that's the side that Marquez likes to throw off, because that's where he's rolled all night long. Has not rolled to the left once. And every time there's been somebody running along that line, running free. This time it was Taman Pravatsky, and the perfect pass to Taman, and he did the rest. A few yards into the end zone, touchdown. Warriors up 38-21, and again they'll look for 2 from the swinging gate. Marquez is going to try to go up the middle. He's going to be into the end zone. Holy, jumping
no
up
signal
and down.
Yet.
Football, Martha.
No.
No?
No.
Oh, my
Short.
apology.
Wow.
I thought that he had plunged into the end zone. I knew it was close, not like some of the others where everybody was obviously in the end zone, but it looked like he had made it. My apology. First time tonight, the 2-point conversion has failed, so it's 38-21, 38-21. 7:45 remaining in the third quarter. Let's take a timeout on KGAL.
Good, tasty food. That's why Bing's Kitchen has been a lunch and dinner favorite for over 40 years. Choose Chinese or American meals that can satisfy the entire family or a gathering of up to 40 people on the South Santiam Highway in Lebanon. Choose Bing's Kitchen, where the food simply tastes best.
We're Linco Federal Credit Union. Keep your money in Linn County with Linco Federal Credit Union. Enjoy a visit with one of our friendly staff at a neighborhood branch near you today. Linco Federal Credit Union in Albany, Lebanon, and Sweet Home. In Linn, you're in.
1580 KGAL.
So for the first time tonight, they go into that swinging gate, which means half of the team, more than half of the team, is on the left side of the field. Brandon Marquez is in the middle. A couple of players set to the right side. It's an odd formation. Brandon took the ball that time, did not see anybody, and saw an opening for himself up the middle. It quickly was plugged. It looked like we both thought here that he was in. Several of the fans down below, you could perhaps hear their reaction, thought he had made it, but he must have been stopped just short of the 2-point conversion. But the Warriors do get the touchdown. Here again is another roll. A good Warrior roll taken at the 5-yard line, trying to escape, and Sam Mueller is
there. A fumble?
Crushed.
No fumble, but a big hit. Holy Toledo.
I see Brandon Marquez coming out of there. Is that?
I'm not sure who that was.
Is that a 3?
They are.
Or 2?
That's a 2. Fletcher Bellinger.
Yeah, Fletcher. Boy, he hit Sam Mueller. Again, Sam was a little slow on the draw. The ball rolled by him. It was a good kick by Jake McConnell. It rolled, and Sam seemed at first intent to let it roll, but it didn't go into the end zone. I think he might have thought it was going into the end zone.
Yes.
So finally, after a delay, he picks it up about the 2. He got back to the 10, and Fletcher Bellinger, a full head of steam, just crushed him at the 10-yard line. First down and 10. Back to throw is Tibbett. Has a man on the right side.
Oh, yes.
They're flag down as
it's going to be a hold.
Knutz puts the wherefore on Mitchell Gable.
Yes, he does.
And I think one of the South blockers out there with the...
Yes, that was blocking DJ. It wasn't a good enough hold, though, because he still made the tackle.
They had the blocker out there on the far side of the field. They had the receiver. The pass was complete.
I think they're going to decline it, Ray. It's going to be 2nd and long. I think there was a loss on that play. Or looks like no gain.
Yeah. They will say we don't need it because a great defensive play by DJ Knutz. Even though he was being held, he escaped and just crushed the receiver. A couple of good tackles in succession by the Warriors. That's nice to see. It's nice to see the defense toughening tonight significantly against South. So 2nd down and 12 from the 7. Tanner Tibbett almost back to his goal line at the 2. Steps back to the 1. Steps back and throws out here. High and incomplete for Mitchell Gable. And one of the Warriors rushing in on the far side, rushing in on Gable. If he'd have stayed back a little bit, that ball might have been to him because it was high. But he was headed in the other direction. Who is that?
Tyler Hold, number 82, a young man I have not seen play on varsity. I think he's on junior varsity.
That ball was closer to Tyler than the intended receiver, Mitchell Gable. So 3rd down.
Oh!
crushed and brought down in the end zone. No. Let's see if they will call it a safety.
No, they will not.
No, the official is pointing just close to the goal line, just shy of the goal line. He came in quickly and stuck that hand out, pointing, here's where I want the ball. It may be at the 1 or just shy of the 1. 4th down from the 1-yard line.
Boy, that could not have gotten worse for South Albany, that whole series. That was great defense. Riley Wessel and Blake Warren in on that sack there, Ray.
They'll say he was at the 1 when the tackle began. I thought he had stepped into the end zone.
They gave him forward progress.
Yeah.
There wasn't much of forward progress.
Kicking out of the end zone. Good kick, good high kick. And it is bouncing at the 35-40. Jake McConnell will let it roll to the far side of the field where it finally go out of bounds, or right at the out of bounds line on the far side, of course. 40-yard line just beyond the 40, their own 40. And the Warriors will take over. So with a touchdown in this quarter, 38-21, and the first time that they have failed on a 2-point conversion, the lead is back to 17, and after a good defensive stance and a tough choice by Sam Mealer on the kickoff, as he thought the ball would roll into the end zone. Instead, he had to pick it up the 2. He was met at the 10. South punts from their own end zone, and the Warriors take over at the South 40, 1st and 10. Another good opportunity to put some points on the board. Brandon Marquez will try to do this one on his own, and he does a good job, and here comes a flag.
I think that's holding against the Warriors.
Most likely, it's in the backfield, and it is a hold. A hold as Brandon and a host of Warriors were pushing that Rebel pack forward. But a hold against the Warriors will cost them on a good gain of about 5, it seemed. Gain of 7, in fact. But it goes for naught. 6:23 remaining. Boy, look at those flags. It's a strange time of night in September. I mean, it often happens in the summer, but for the wind to come up.
Traditionally, usually, Ray, it's a wind that blows as we're going. The Warriors are working east to west. They're going against the wind. And so in the 4th quarter, they'll be going with the wind if it continues.
So it's all the way back to midfield. And it's a first almost just, well, it's about the 49, so it's a 1st and 19. This time Marquez hands off, getting to the outside. It's DJ Knutz. He breaks one tackle. He gets down to the 25-20 and knocked out of bounds at the 20-yard line. I think that's a 1st down.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. Great seal on the edge there. You know, everybody's blocking tonight, Ray. All the receivers are doing a great job out there blocking for DJ Knuth. Very nice job, very nice play. And we got the offense rolling once again.
29.
Gotta get some points out of this.
29-yard run is DJ Knutz. You're right, the blocking is excellent, but a lot of that on his own, as he has the speed to find an opening, and then he has the power to push the play a little further after somebody gets to him. 1st down and 10 from the South 20. Marquez off the right tackle. This time there will be no holding play, and he does pick up about 5 to the 15. 2nd down and 5 coming up. Warriors on the move and looking to get the 2 scores back that they allowed within the last 3 minutes of the first half.
And it looked like a Rebel must have tripped up Brandon right there, but there was a big hole. It looked like he was going to possibly take it all the way to the house, but a nice defensive play there by the Rebels.
Warriors led 32-7 in the last 3 minutes. South scored a couple of touchdowns in that first half, made it 32-21. Warriors scored a few minutes into this quarter,
delay
and now
game.
Time and delay of game against the Warriors. 1st down and 10.
It's not kosher. Not kosher, guys.
2nd down. It should be 2nd down on the board,
should be
right?
2nd down.
Yeah.
Yes.
2nd and 10. As they will be pushed back to the 20-yard line again. That was the initial line of scrimmage, so 2nd and 10. With the Warriors trying to get back those 2 touchdowns, they have 1 here in the 3rd quarter. The 2 they gave up just before the end of the first half. Let's see still if they can do it. 2nd and 10 from the 20, from the shotgun. Hand off to the deep back. This time it's Jake McConnell, and he breaks free. He's inside the 10. And there may be a face mask on the play against South, as grabbing Jake McConnell finally to bring him down was Sean Van Nordstrom, 6 foot, 140-pound sophomore, who reached out and seeing that McConnell was still going forward, tried to grab him, and I think got him by the face mask. And that would be half the distance. They were inside the 10. The Warriors are going to be knocking on the goal line door It'll go to the 5. Right at the 5-yard line is where they say the ball will be. First and goal from the 5.
And you will not find a harder running back than Jake McConnell. It takes a lot to bring him down. He's got a lot of fight in him.
McConnell is the deep back for Brandon Marquez. Brandon, a long count here on a 1st and 5. First and goal from the 5. McConnell again pushes. Touchdown, Warriors.
Penalty flag on the far side, Ray. The play continued. And he's pointing towards the Lebanon side. I think a receiver might have jumped the gun.
Jake McConnell powered his way into the end zone, straight up the gut. False start. 1st and 10. First and goal from the 10. Well, there's a couple of mistakes that cost them on this drive. The first one they were able to get around. But let's see what happens here. It is first down, 10 yards to go. The way they're running the ball, that certainly is not too distant.
And they seem to really favor that left side, Ray. A lot of the successful running plays have been to the left side with Keaton Scavone. You got Blake Warren and also Delano Salinas, the center.
A little more imposing of a task here, but certainly not what you would say formidable, the way they're running the ball. 1st and 10 from the 10-yard line. Brandon Marquez awaits the snap. Takes it, hands it in, it goes straight up the middle, goes towards the goal line. Will they count?
Yes!
Was he short? Touchdown! I wasn't sure if his knees, since he hit the ground as he dove to the end zone, I thought perhaps his knees came down short of the end zone. The officials say no. The ball crossed the goal line before his knees hit. Touchdown, Warriors. And they do get the 2 touchdowns back that they surrendered.
I was waiting for that too, Ray. It looked like his knee touched before he extended the ball over the goal line. But here's the swinging gate again.
Brandon from the center of the field takes it, wants to pass, throws out to the left side and throws into a crowd. That one should be incomplete, and it is. So suddenly the swinging gate, that's the formation for the 2-point conversion, has gone sour.
It's been closed. The gate's been closed. It's been open.
They get the 2 touchdowns back, but only 12 points instead of the 14 that South got out of their 2 touchdowns. But we'll take it as the lead is opened up to 44-21 with 4:53 remaining here in the 3rd quarter, and we'll keep it here on KGAL Radio. Your Steel and Husqvarna headquarters in the Valley is Cascade Outdoor Power Equipment. You'll find Cascade Outdoor Power Equipment near the airport on Airway Road here in Lebanon. Saturday may be a power tool day. Remember Cascade Outdoor Power Equipment. Warriors back on the field, little bounce to their football step. And why not? They're back on top with a lead of 23 at 44-21. For a complete fitness experience, I parked right next to the van of the owners tonight out there in the parking lot. Cardio machines and weight training. Check out Lebanon Racquetball and Fitness. Open 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Look for Lebanon Racquetball and Fitness on Sherman Street in Lebanon. I'll tell you, I looked at that because they had their SUV out there. I looked at the people who got out. I saw it said Lebanon Racquetball and Fitness. I wanted to see if they looked fit. And they certainly did.
Oh, I'm sure you could take them, Ray.
I think
you're a pretty fit person
They're
yourself.
probably bringing some people to the game, but they make sure they look fit, too, to get out of that, that car. Lebanon Racquetball and Fitness open 24 hours a day on Sherman Street. Here is the kickoff. This time it is a short one, scooped up at the 27, 30, 35. I think hit from in front and in back. He got
to the
hit from
side.
Got both sides. In other words, sandwiched.
Number 18, Christian Wehrman.
At the 35.
I tell you what, if you are a return man tonight, so far, the Warriors have some impressive hits.
There was a Christian Where Am I man.
Yes.
It was a sandwich. Maybe both at the same time maybe lessened the impact of just being hit from one side.
Well, you're seeing the Warriors defense back to where they need to be, which is getting the Rebel offense off the field so far in the second half. See if they can continue to do that.
36-yard line of scrimmage as Tibbett throws in the backfield, throws behind him. Gable, it's a halfback pass, man wide open, touchdown. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. And let's see who that is.
That's Gable.
Oh, that's Gable?
Yes.
I thought it was 28 throwing the ball.
It looked like Mueller.
Who was it?
Was it 20?
Shane Brown?
It might have been Shane Brown, yes.
Yeah, that would be Shane. When I saw it quickly, I thought it was 28 Gable throwing the ball, but it was Shane Brown throwing the ball. He was the halfback. The halfback option, except it really wasn't an option. It was intended as a pass play all the way. The long throw to Gable, touchdown. This one is a wobbly kick from Taryn Grice, but it's good. And Taryn Grice is wobbled by the Warriors.
Wobbled over the goalposts.
So 44-28 as they managed to get 4 touchdowns, 4 extra points, the lead back to 16. And you talk about a quick strike. Where was that line of scrimmage, Scott? I forgot already.
36-yard line, so 64 yards.
And the pass from Shane Brown.
Left-handed Shane Brown.
To Mitchell Gomez, 64 yards. And Shane Brown, who is a running back, occasionally he is one of their wide receivers, but that was a perfect pass down to what, about the 30? Took it at around the 30-yard line? Somewhere in that vicinity.
Oh, about maybe
so
even
quickly.
25. It was up there and a long pass. But when you run those trick plays, Ray, you always got to make sure that the first pass has got to be a lateral, because sometimes I've seen it at every level. Sometimes that first pass, it gets called back because it was an illegal forward pass. But there was no doubt about that Shane Brown was 2 to 3 yards behind where Tanner Tibbett was throwing the ball, and it was just a matter of getting the ball to Mitchell Gable for his 3rd touchdown of the night.
Well, if you like offense, and we kind of thought that maybe it might be on the part of both teams tonight, it has been. There is a short kickoff.
Oh, wow, what a pop.
Putting his head down.
That's Keontae
coming forward.
Keontae Davis.
Number 40 for the Warriors. He's 5'6", 170 pounds, a junior. He did not back up. He just put his head down.
He's tough. He's a wrestler too, Ray. Real tough wrestler for the Warriors. And that time he delivered the blow as the offensive player.
And defenders coming full force because it's a kickoff. They've got a real head of steam. He just put that head down, and met them basically head on. Was stopped, but didn't give up any ground. So 1st and 10 from outside the 30. Handoff straight up the middle. It'll be a first down for the Warriors out at the 45-yard line.
Boy, tonight it just looks like everybody. Tim Farrell is on a mission, Ray. He even ran over his own blocker on that play. He was just bursting through that line.
Tim Farrell picks up the first down, 46-yard line now, the line of scrimmage, and the Warriors on the move, trying to get that touchdown back quickly. Boy, South can certainly strike. A dangerous team if you're in a close game with them. But the Warriors still have the luxury of a 16-point lead. As the pitch goes to DJ Canoes, he's got a little room. He goes outside and is tackled from behind and is pushed forward to the first down. Some good pursuit by the linebackers from South, but they had to tackle him from behind, and he didn't get the first down. A little quick on the draw again for me there. It looked like he got pushed ahead to where the flag will be, but they placed the ball at the 40. That would be just a yard short, 2nd and 1. He was flying through there. It's nice to see that speed.
Yeah, we've had the fortunate, to watch some great fullbacks. And here's the play, Ray.
Far hash mark right up the middle. Warriors with a first down and much, much more inside the 20.
Tim Farrell again. Boy, he is grooving tonight. Wow.
32-yard line. But good like first down. Gain of 14 on the play. 1st and 10 from the 32.
I was going to say that we've had the privilege of seeing the last few years Tance Pravotsky. We saw Garrett Rudick, 2 great fullbacks, and Ben Dewar 2 years in a row. We haven't got to see that deep back very much. And DJ Knuth, I really truly believe can be a first-team running back. Of course, you got that Lacoste kid over at West Albany. It's pretty good. But usually they give out a couple of awards to running backs. Quick timeout for the Warriors.
I wonder how Jake Lacoste is doing tonight, as he had something like 690-some yards on 79 carries in the first 2 games, including 48 last week, 24 in each half. We were talking about that today. If anything, you would think maybe at some point there's got to be an ankle tweaked or a knee or something 48 times. But South is rolling tonight against Crescent Valley, 23-0 at the half. so it's probably his doing again.
Well, even more impressively is that defense for the Bulldogs that has showed up tonight. They've showed that they've given up some points the last couple of weeks, but they've come ready to play.
1st and 10 from the 32 for the Warriors, and they jump.
Both tight ends.
As Luke Rapay, on the other side as well.
Yes,
I couldn't
Riley
see
Wessel, I believe.
Couldn't see the far side for the post here.
No, it's CJ, I believe. CJ Argus on the opposite side.
But I did see Luke Rapay jump from the side where I had the view here next to the post. But both tight ends jump, and that offside will mean, again, it's 1st and 10.
Both tight ends are the furthest away from where the quarterback is, so they've really got to be attentive.
Make it 1st and 15. It was 1st and 10. 1st and 15. And a few yards.
Fumble. Whoa, wait, no fumble. I thought there was a bad dash for the ball, but
they will get back inside the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of about a yard from that initial line of scrimmage. So it should be about a second and 9, I would think. Maybe a long 9, 2nd and 10 for the Warriors. With their running game being successful, the nice thing is that when you have a 16-point lead and you can run the ball and you can move, you can keep possession, not only do you keep possession to run the clock, but with the running play, that clock is moving while you're in the huddle. Here's a handoff to DJ Knutz, who will try the outside this time. And DJ will gain inside the 30, still short of the first down, as South was able to extend the play and push him out of bounds on the near sideline.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
We love that. Applause.
Thank you, South. Into the Warrior bench.
Brings up a 3rd and 4, Ray, coming up for Lebanon.
The scoreboard really slow there on some of the things. Now, I looked up, saw 3rd and 9. I was waiting to see where the ball was till the officials moved. It's a 3rd and 4. Handoff straight up the middle. The Warriors have a first down, and let's see who's got it. Tim Farrell. Tim Farrell has suddenly become the battering ram of choice here inside the 20. First down and 10 from around the 19-yard line. 1st and 10.
Human wrecking ball. Number 24, Gabe Curligan, Ray, was the recipient of that run through. He is running downhill right now. Really grooving on this drive particularly.
Warriors up by 16, trying to score again, and certainly eating up the clock. They're succeeding in doing that. Let's see if they can put the points on. It's DJ Knutz in motion. Marquez on a keeper off the right side's got a lot of room. Cuts back inside the 10, down to about the 5. It'll be a 1st and goal for the Warriors from the 5, and they really look dominant now. We talked about the South quick huddle, no huddle, quick offense, how that could tire a defense out. It is obvious now that the Warriors are really wearing down the South defense. That line is just pushing the defensive line of South back on every play.
Yeah, and that's the one thing about a quick strike offense, Ray, is that if any of those players have to go back on defense, that didn't do them any justice.
That's true.
Scoring that quickly.
1 minute and 6 seconds, clock running. 3rd quarter. Handoff to, I think it's maybe, let's see if it's DJ Knutz. He's at the end zone, and he is in for the touchdown. DJ was in the backfield again that time. It was he who carried for the touchdown. A 6-yard run, and the Warriors have 50 points on the board. This is like those playoff games last year when we were stunned by how much they could score.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, now here comes a extra point.
Oh, no.
A kick from the Warriors.
They failed on their last 2-point conversions after being successful in the first 4, so this time they'll try an extra point. Brandon Marquez, this looks good. He can kick.
Yes.
There's no doubt in that boot. That boot is headed down to Grandpa's grocery. Well, not really. It would have been wide to the right. But,
a little to the right.
If they had moved the goalpost a little bit to the right, it was a good, solid kick. 51-28, 6-yard run. DJ Knutz, touchdown. Extra point, Brandon Marquez. Warriors 51, South 28. 59 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. We'll take a break on KGAL.
Family owned and operated since 1979, Crabtree Auto stresses the small stuff when it comes to maintaining your vehicle. An oil change every 3,000 miles is a small thing now, but adds up to big rewards down the road. Crabtree Auto's ASE certified technician can help your vehicle maintain its reliability beyond 200,000 miles. Crabtree Auto on Hill Street, just south of 9th in Albany.
Need tires? Hi, this is Don from Kenega Tire Factory. From lawnmowers to tractors, cars, and trucks, we have what you need. And Kenega Tire's ASE certified mechanics can help you with your brakes, shocks, struts, alignment, oil changes, and stuff you won't believe. Even propane for your barbecue and RV. Kenega Tire Factory, still at the Y in Lebanon.
Your Mid-Valley home of the Lebanon Warriors. News Talk 1580, KGAL, Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis.
Well, it turns out it's a game that concerned me here because of South's ability to put some points on the board in their first two games. 42 in the first, 49 in the second. Well, they gave up 62 in that first game. But the Warriors have certainly been up to the task and have put even more points on the board tonight as the kickoff will be carried out to the 25. It should be Sam Mealer has been their kickoff returner tonight. And it is, I keep saying Sam, it's Dallas Mealer, Dallas. How could I forget it's interesting first name, Dallas Mealer, carries out to the 26. But it has turned out to be an enjoyable night here. The Warriors had a little scare in the first half. After being up 32-7, it was suddenly 32-21 at the half. Warriors had a chance to put more points on the board before the half, did not, so it was only an 11-point lead, but they have really taken control of this game. In the third quarter, they lead it now 51-28. 52 seconds as the clock will start again when the ball is snapped to Tanner Tibbett, who wants to throw, and the ball is incomplete off the hands of Webb. Ball at the 30 off his hands, incomplete. Trenton Webb is 6 foot, 170 pound senior. And Tanner Tibbett has been able to strike quickly, but perhaps not the success he had the first 2 weeks in throwing the ball. That was simply dropped by Webb. It was a good pass. Here's a pass out of the backfield, incomplete. That one not well thrown. Sam Mealer, the intended receiver. It was a forward pass, but he was only a couple of yards ahead of the quarterback, Tibbett, as the ball was well short on the left side. He was really hastened by the Warrior line.
Yeah, Luke Rapé in there on the stop with the deflection.
So 3rd and 10, South. Tibbett back to throw, looking. Now runs out of the pocket to the left, being chased. He is hit, collared, and down. A flag comes down.
Face mask.
It could only be a face mask. Personal foul, face mask.
Blake Warren.
He was hit once, and then Blake Warren came in and put the final hit as he turned away from the initial defender and tried to stay upright, but Warren hit him, but as he went by, he must have grabbed the face mask.
It was Blake Warren that got there first, Ray, and it looked like his hand was near the helmet. I don't think he got the face mask, but it was near the helmet.
You don't think the second? I thought the defender that got him on that second, the second hit.
Was it the second one?
Warren,
okay.
The first one?
No, there was a face mask.
The second one. Second one.
Second one.
So there.
All right, 2-1.
Well, fine.
Won't be the first time I lose this season.
If I get one right, I'm so happy that I can't
fight for you.
I can't just let it go, you know. I'm going to say it all night. I got one. Hey, Ma, if you're listening up there.
Your son has done you proud.
I assume you're up there. Maybe just look down, too. Ma, if you're listening down there.
But the Warriors are doing a good job of covering downfield because Tanner looked to his right, looked to his left, looked in the middle. No one was open.
It really was one of those accidental face masks. As Tibbett turned, he sort of turned right into Warren, and Warren was just reaching out to make the tackle, and what he got was the face mask. That was not his intent. It's just where his hands happened to be. But it'll be a 3rd and 7, and the whistle blows here. Let's see if they took too much time. Timeout. Timeout for South. 29 seconds remaining in the third quarter. 51-28. It's the Warriors with the 51, and next Friday night we'll go to Crescent Valley. Crescent Valley was being shut out after one half tonight against West, but West has been very dominant this year, especially that running game again. Used to be Anthony Lacoste, now it's Jake Lacoste. We saw him last year in his first season, and we were stunned when West came here and the Warriors were able to shut him down, but good that night as the Warriors beat West Albany. But boy, I don't look forward to going and playing West this year because Lacoste is a year older and he is on the move.
Yes, I do remember there was a Lacoste in the middle, Jared Lacoste, that was...
Oh, was there?
But it seems to skip a generation. It seems Jared was not nearly as prolific as his older brother, and his younger brothers so far.
So if we had had a third child, I was the second child. The third child of the family might have done something worthwhile.
And there's one more Lacoste in the program, too. That's a freshman, Ray.
But it skips a generation, and my brother did a lot of stuff. And here's a long pass downfield. And broken up nicely on the far side of the field by Brandon Marquez at the 35-yard line. Another long throw.
And Brandon comes up gimpy a little bit, but he's going to stay in. Oh, no, he's coming out. He is gimping.
That's about 45 yards on the throw by Tippett, but it's incomplete on a good play. Marquez staying with the intended receiver. It's tipped away.
It's tipped away. Of course, it's fourth down, Ray. I thought he was coming out. Good job by the Warrior defense.
Ball is bobbled on the attempted punt, and the Warriors are going to get the ball in good position here as they will stuff the kicker.
Who is that, 20?
Is it Mealer? Is it 22?
20. Oh,
or
I could
Shane
not
Brown?
tell.
It's either 20 or 22.
Might be Shane Brown.
He dropped the ball. It was a good snap, maybe a little high because he reached up towards the chest, but it looked like perfect position. It just got to him a little fast and bounced off his chest on the ground. When he picked it up, he could not go. The Warriors smothered him, and the Warriors take over at the 19-yard line, first down and 10. Everything is going our way.
That's a big, crucial mistake there, big error. It's one thing to do it when you're near midfield, but given the Warriors' great field position and offense that's rolling.
It's a most wonderful day. Rolling to the right, Brandon Marquez wants to throw. No, he's going to keep. Fakes the throw now. Tucks the ball in, goes forward. Runs over a couple players. The 10-yard line. He got hit hard, though.
He did. That's the end of the quarter there.
But the Warriors will have the ball at the 10. Let's see if it'll be inside the 10 here before we depart. It looks like it might be just inside the 10.
Yeah, right at it.
No first down possible, but certainly a touchdown possible to start the fourth quarter. 3 done. 51-28. The Warriors on top tonight. Good Warrior game this evening on KGAL.
Mama's Fine Italian and Wine Shop, offering lunch and dinner, takeout, and catering too. Here's Bob.
Come down and visit us and try some of our hand-tossed pizzas, my friends. That's right, hand-tossed.
Mama's Fine Italian and Wine Shop, in the heart of Lebanon on Oak, between Main and 2nd. Walmart is your local discount savings store. If you shop regularly at Walmart, you'll save hundreds, even thousands of dollars annually, because Walmart takes pride in being your local discount savings store. In addition, Walmart takes pride in being a part of the Lebanon community.
Lassen RV at Albany has the new RV models on the lot now, ready for you to buy. Lassen RV Service Department has a new truckload of parts and accessories on sale just in time for fall fix-up. From changing a light bulb to rebuilding your entire RV. No job is too big or too small for Lassen RV in Albany, where friends send their friends.
If you'd like to do it yourself or need helpful advice doing it, your neighborhood Ace Hardware and Contractor Center can help. Economy Supply Building Center has been that helpful place for over 58 years. Economy Supply Building Center, where Highway 34 becomes Tangent Street in Lebanon.
Your Mid-Valley home of the Lebanon Warriors. News Talk 1580, KGAL, Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis.
Well, here we go. Warriors with the ball. And it looks like that ball is placed just inside the 10, and now timeout. Timeout for the Warriors. We're starting the fourth quarter. As we begin the fourth quarter, the Warriors are right at the 10 of the South Albany Rebels, leading 51-28. They led at the half 32-21 after a burst in the final minutes, a 2-touchdown burst by South, had put them within hailing distance, but the Warriors just hailed a cab and ran away. It looked like they were just riding down the field on their runs in that third quarter. They really dominated the line of scrimmage. And Brandon Marquez has played very well at quarterback tonight. A couple of great runs by Luke Rapay on counter plays. DJ Knutz has been tremendous out of the backfield. Tim Farrell has run hard several times. Some very, very promising things for the Warriors now as they enter the conference season. And the first 2 weeks, defeats in the first 2 weeks, and somewhat much less than impressive defeats suddenly are forgotten this evening. All right, here we go. Finally ready to go. Brandon Marquez is under center. 2 tight ends. He throws over the middle and throws incomplete. I'm not sure
the feet of the official.
who was intended to receive that one. There were 3 defenders around the official. And one receiver beyond all of those, but the ball was thrown off the feet of the official.
It looked like CJ. I see CJ Hargis. is in the game, Ray, and he was coming from the left tight end position, wide open. Referee was in the way a little bit.
They'll run with the two tight ends, one receiver right, and they will try up the middle. Taman Pravatsky, the ball carrier, to the 5, and we'll have a third down coming up.
That's a first down and goal.
That's a first down? I didn't think they could get... No, it was first down from the 10, wasn't it?
That was third and about 2. Third and 1.
I thought they had picked up the first down when we left. No, that's a first down? Well, I'm not sure where we were then when we came back. I thought they had a first down on the last play of the third quarter. But it is now a first down from the 4, and they'll carry it just shy.
He's in, yes. There's the signal.
Well, fine. You're right. I think it was Blake Warren, though, who was guilty of the face mask, so there.
Yes, he was.
He was in.
Taman Pravatsky gets the touchdown.
We thought Brandon Marquez on a 2-point conversion had reached it earlier. This time I thought maybe he was a little shy, and one of the Warrior players held up the hands, with that little distance, like just inches. So it's not my fault. I didn't catch that number.
I still love you, Ray.
But it is a touchdown for Taman Pravatsky and Brandon Marquez again. Oh, and he hit the upright. Holy smoke.
A toast posty.
He can kick hard. That ball bounced off that upright because he really puts a good hard foot into that thing. That came back about 15 feet off the upright. But it was to the left, hit the upright, so the extra point is no good. But the Warriors, 57-28 is the lead with 11 minutes and 26 seconds remaining in the ball game. An impressive performance. So what was that, a 4-yard run then?
Yes, it was.
For Taman?
The second touchdown of the game.
And extra point no good. 57-28. And 11 minutes and 26 seconds remaining in the ball game tonight. The Warriors will head to Crescent Valley next week with a good head of football steam. Before, during, or after the game in Lebanon tonight, grab a hot and ready $5 pizza at Little Caesars. Near the River Center, the new and only Little Caesars in Lebanon. Got to love pizza, got to love Little Caesars. And for over 50 years, Mega Foods has been offering the best quality and taste in this area. More than just a supermarket, also a good neighbor. Mega Foods in Albany, and they are here in Lebanon as well. 11 minutes, 26 seconds remaining, and that wind's still blowing here, surprisingly, at this hour, but I imagine it's comfortable now on the field as the temperature obviously has dropped at game time. Boy, it was muggy. A little bit warm for a September football game, but the Warriors have heated up as the game has gone on, and they are hot, up 57-28. This kick a little bit short is taken at the 34, 40-yard line.
Gable.
43. It is. It's Mitchell Gable, their fine wide receiver. There is some talent definitely on the South Albany team, and that is nice to see, a team that has really been a doormat for a couple of years.
Did you see that firework that went off in the background, Ray?
No.
Were you paying attention? There was a firework right behind the South Albany bench, the sideline there. There was just one firework that just went off as the play was going. It was
Are we talking behind the bleachers or behind?
It was well behind the school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
out in the background.
Behind the bench.
Ooh, I'm sorry.
Not a good
description. They need some fireworks to get back in this game. That's for sure.
Yeah. 11:18 to go as the officials finally set the ball, give the signal, and we're ready to roll. 44-yard line, their own 44. South Albany, Tanner Tibbett has worked all night from the shotgun. Low snap, Warriors get the ball. Tanner Tibbett was a little bit too casual. Luke Rapay came shooting in and grabbed the ball as Tanner Tibbett was a bit too casual in turning around for that ball. It was a bad snap. They've snapped the ball well all night. But the center got off a low snap that went beyond Tibbett. And instead of, the way it looked, instead of hastening for the ball, he just turned, and there was a rocket, and Luke Rapay came in and pounced on it.
That is football justice, because Luke Rapay has not been able to catch anything Brandon Marquez can throw to him, but he gets his hands on that fumble. A nice job by Luke.
36-yard line. Warriors 1st and 10. And the first down will garner little, if anything, maybe a yard. You know, it gets tough after a while. You're down 57-28, and I think maybe Tanner was guilty of not turning around quickly enough. Maybe he didn't know where the ball was, but it didn't look like he really gave it the haste, and Rapé came shooting by him and dove for the ball.
Yeah, Rapé obviously unblocked on that, coming in on a stunt, on an edge stunt off the defensive edge there. Great defense.
They show the blitz, and the Warriors break that blitz and go straight up the middle to the 30-yard line.
And it looks like Brandon Marquez's night is done as quarterback, Ray, as C.J. Hargis has come in.
Was that Tim Farrell?
That was Jake McConnell.
Oh, 15. So McConnell gains to the 30. They're using a host of running backs tonight. That's nice to see. And the success that everybody is having says really the names we should give you is that offensive line. Obviously, they're key to the ball game here.
Oh.
And there they go.
And one of them, Jake May.
Like Jake May.
You may not do that, Jake May.
That's a truck on an offside. You don't want to be the defensive player waiting for that. He is big. As Jake May was 6'7", 275, something in that order. Where's the
6'4", 285.
That's close enough. I get a ring. I have the horseshoe theory of broadcast. If you're close, it counts.
Give him a few more inches. We did it to Cameron Thompson while he was here.
That's right.
He seemed to grow every week.
How's he doing?
Playing for Portland State right now.
Oh, is he? Nigel Burton? They play Washington tomorrow. Here's a pass that is actually a lateral because it's thrown behind in the backfield, but it is thrown complete.
Braden Childress.
To Childress?
Braden Childress.
Yeah. Second time we've called his name tonight. 5'10", 150-pound junior. That was actually a lateral because it was thrown behind the quarterback, but fortunately complete, but gains nothing, and it'll be a fourth down.
A 3-and-out for the Warriors. Braden is actually one of the fastest Warriors. It's unfortunate that he was tripped up there, Ray, because you get him out on the edge. If he's got some blockers, he can really get some chunks of yardage. Timeout?
Timeout is called here. I didn't see who called the timeout. I thought the Warriors called it, but I'm not.
Timeout Rebels, I think.
Is it?
No, it is Warriors.
And I think Blake Warren was guilty of the...
Oh, you're going back to that, huh?
That's two, Ma.
I'm going to hear
That's two.
I'm going to hear it in the post game. I'm going to hear
Harry
it after
Joe
the
keeps
game.
asking me, when are you going to retire? That's it. I quit. I'll never get any better than
go
this.
out on top.
I will never get any better. That's it. I'll see you guys. Listen, it's been nice working with you. I'm going to go home. I'm just going to enjoy myself. Remember the night that I got two of them right.
West is up 36-6. Jake has 300 yards rushing.
So that's about 1,000 yards in 3 games. That's not too shabby.
You know, I get so tired of
I'm not impressed.
hearing from my son after these games. But I got my own bragging to do tonight.
That's right.
Jake had 300. Well, that's Mary Jo. Mary Jo always says when I get home, Brian did a wonderful job.
That's the motto in the house.
Well, if you're listening, Mayor, I got 2 right tonight. 57-28 with 9:07 to go. Back to pass is C.J. Hargis, and he's dropped. As they go for it on a 4th and 14, I thought they would be punting. I was surprised to see them come up to the line of scrimmage, but C.J. Hargis is dropped as they try to get that first down, and South will take over at their own 42. The lead is certainly large enough to try that kind of bravado. 57-28, the Warriors on top. I was surprised, though, as I looked down, wondering, wait a minute.
I'm still surprised.
Why did they have the ball? Because I figured they'd be punting out of that timeout. Look back at the scoreboard to make sure that it was 4th down, and they do turn the ball over as Hargis is thrown for a loss. 9:02 remaining, and South again talks things over on the sideline. Their coach, Bryce Erickson, son of Dennis. Did not see Dennis. You couldn't find Dennis tonight. I didn't see any evidence of Dennis. I was looking before the game. South to the line as Tibbett fakes a handoff. Play action. Moves to his right. Wants to throw. Now has to run. Chased out of the pocket. Picks up some positive yardage. And is finally brought down in a pursuit by Riley Wessel. Brought down just short of midfield. And a gain of about 6 on the play. 2nd and 4. And because he had to run, that clock is running. 8:37, 8:36. Warriors at Crescent Valley. next Friday night. Of course, on KGAL, 7 o'clock. This is actually a lateral, backward pass as he throws to, is that Mueller? I think he threw to Sam Mueller, his running back that time on the far side of the field. Gets close to the first down, a little short.
That's number 20, I think, right?
Or is it Shane Brown again?
I think it was.
He is to the near side to us as a receiver this time. No, that's Gable. That's 28.
South's got new uniforms this year, Ray.
They do. I would say the numbers 8 and the 0 are very close because it's hard to see that little connecting part on the 8 that makes it 2 ovals rather than 1.
Yes.
But the 0 is a rather flattened from the side 0, which could easily be an 8. Would you agree?
I would absolutely agree with you.
There's number 18.
Substitution in the game now, Christian Wehrman.
Number 18, Christian Wehrman, 6 foot, 150-pound junior, comes out to the near side to us. Trenton Webb also will be out on the left side, and Shane Brown. 3 receivers left. And let's see if Tanner Tippett, who's still waiting for a conversation with the
Well, they just had to adjust the scoreboard and put 20 seconds back on the clock. It was 7:42. Now it's 8 minutes and 2 seconds.
All right. Far hash mark, Tanner Tippett awaits. Should be Sam Mueller, his running back behind him, and 3 receivers to the left. Looks like he will throw. No, he hands off. Straight up the middle, and there, whoa! A saving tackle on, that is Shane Brown, isn't that 20?
And who runs back? Oh, that was Mueller.
That's 22.
Mueller up the gut.
A saving tackle, and that was behind the post, Rob. Did you see that?
Jake McConnell from the safety position.
Able to get under his ankles, or he was gone. This is Sam Mueller, and this time a good tackle. Grabs him in the backfield.
Wow. Taman Pravatsky came from out of nowhere there.
He just got back to the line of scrimmage. Taman Pravatsky, good speed as he went wide, and he got to the far side quickly. He's the running back, but Pravatsky was just as quick and stopped him. In fact, maybe a little bit short of the initial line of scrimmage. Tippett will go back to throw. Looks out to the right side. Has a receiver there. Gets around a defender this time. Gets around Brandon Marquez and goes out of bounds inside the 40. Pickup of a couple. It'd still be short of 4 yards in the gain. It would be 3. And it's a 3rd down and 7. Line of scrimmage will be the 36. 6 minutes and 58 seconds to go. 57-28 if you're just joining us. Good offensive performance for the Warriors tonight. Still some concerns about some breakdowns in pass coverage. Here's Tippett to throw. There's the breakdown in the pass coverage. Complete inside the 30. And this one is Mitchell Gable, an excellent wide receiver. And did he get the first down? Yes.
He did get the first down.
28-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. And South on the move, trying to add to their 28 points. The least they've scored this year was the 42 points they scored in the first game. Here's Tippett back to throw. Throws actually a lateral behind him to Mueller. Mueller escapes a tackle, now runs into another one head on.
Tim Farrell. Wow.
Tim Farrell came up after the initial tackler had failed to bring down Mueller.
Looked like Warren. Looked like Blake Warren, your guy, Blake Warren there.
He got a face mask earlier.
He did. He did.
We all saw it.
Still got a face mask.
We could see it. 2nd and 12 from the 30. It's Tim Farrell put the hurt on Mueller. Here's Mueller again out of the backfield.
No, it's Tanner Tippett. Whoa,
Tippett
what
on a keeper.
Taman Pravatsky, I could hug him right now. He was the only guy in the whole stadium that knew who had the ball.
He faked to Sam Mueller from behind the post. And when I looked to the other side of the post, Mueller sold me on the play. But not Taman Pravatsky, who brings down the quarterback, Tanner Tippett. 3rd and 13. Tippett now out of the shotgun will throw. Has a receiver. Complete. Shane Brown escapes the tackle, but Marquez with a saving tackle. It looked like Jake McConnell missed the tackle to start with, number 15. But Brandon Marquez was there to wrap up the receiver. Good fortune, or that would have been a touchdown, Shane Brown. But it's a 1st down and 10 from the 15. And Brandon sprained that, I don't know if it's an ankle, but he's limping a little bit.
That's Matt Tracy. That's number 9, right?
Oh, it is 9. Yeah.
He's had some tender ankles through the years with football, Ray. Came in flying in for that tackle there. Might have landed on his foot wrong.
So it was Tracy who made the saving tackle. Comes up a little bit lame. Here's Tippett throwing in the end zone and intercepted. He overthrew his receiver. Intercepted 20, 25, 30. Knocked out of bounds. First down and 10 for the Warriors.
Let's see who that is. It might be number 10, Derek Weah.
He was waiting in the end zone, but there was a receiver who was open. I'm not sure what happened.
Number 10.
Tanner Tippett was way off the mark with that ball. He had a receiver maybe a good 4 yards to the side of, what did you say the name is?
Derek Weah.
Derek Weah. But Tippett threw the ball right to Weah. In fact, he threw it a little bit high. Weah made a nice grab just with the hands of a high pass, but it was at him. It wasn't at the intended receiver, who was wide open.
Right, the receiver went to the inside, Ray. Looked like he was doing a post. It looked like it should have been a fade. That's what Tanner thought. Look out. Oh, my.
Straight up the middle. Come to Warriors to the 45.
Number 40, Keontae Davis.
And now some new running backs in. Keontae Davis, first time tonight, and he carries, again, you've got to say, with every back gaining good yardage, especially right into the heart of the defense, that's the line.
Absolutely. There's been 6, sometimes 7 guys on that line blocking for the Warriors tonight.
Again, straight up the middle. Let's see if that's Keontae to the 50.
It is. He lost his helmet, too.
He comes running off. There's like a little smile there as he comes off the field. Ball at the 50. It's a gain of 4 yards on the play, 2nd and 6. And the quarterback is C.J. Hargis. Handoff. Lots of room outside.
Still on his feet.
Alan Ma. Alan Ma still on his feet. Running. 20-yard line, 43.
Yeah, 43.
It looked like 13 to me.
His jersey, his jersey's ruffled up. I'll give you that one, Ray. His jersey is ruffled up. It's hard to tell.
Luke Rapé, another great run by him, and that time I would say, again, a power run. He was scooting in and out of players going left, going right, and almost scooted his way to the end zone. In fact, he's down to the 16, first down and 10 for the Warriors.
Keontae.
Straight ahead, inside the 10. That was a highlight run by Luke Rapé. That wasn't just your blocking and then wide open after the line of scrimmage. He deserved every one of those yards he got.
Yes, he did. One of the rushing leaders on the night, and he's got 2 touchdowns off those tight end counter plays. Warriors knocking on the touchdown end zone again door.
They're at the 6-yard line. They have receivers left and right. C.J. Hargis will
think it's a keeper. Let's see.
And he's got the touchdown. Touchdown from the 1-yard line. C.J. Hargis on the quarterback keep. 1 yard for the touchdown, and the Warriors have crossed the 60 mark tonight, 63-28. Yes, South can score. Yes, their offense is dramatically improved, but what they still don't have, Rob, you look at the line, I really took a good line, look this time, is size.
Yeah.
They still lack size.
They're the team that's wear down tonight. Who is that? That's Brandon Marquez with the kick.
Number 5. 64-28, 3:41 remaining in the ball game. The Warriors, a 1-yard run by C.J. Hargis, who is spelling Brandon at quarterback. But Brandon is the young man who really can kick well. And, that's nice to see when they get in these close games. There have been years that we've just dreaded that extra point. Brandon Marquez puts the extra point through perfectly, 64-28. Warriors, 3:41 remaining tonight. Timeout on KGAL.
You will come out a winner at Power Honda. Their talented staff will show you how easy it is to get the vehicle you want and the payment you need. Check out mypowerhonda.com. Call 928-0122 or just go in to Power Honda, Highway 20 east of I-5 in Albany, your Honda superstore.
Making life easier and more productive, that's what Lynn Benton Tractor can do for you. And it all begins by discovering how the full line of Kubota equipment can help.
Lynn Benton Tractor, we're still doing business the American way.
Highway 99E, Tangent.
Your Mid-Valley home of the Lebanon Warriors. News Talk 1580, KGAL, Lebanon, Albany, Corvallis.
Back at Heath Stadium, boy, they have rocked the place tonight. The Warriors have, leading 64-28, 3:41 remaining in the game. They'll just run down the clock here as South grabs the ball at their 30, 31, 32. Good battle. A very good run back by Brandon Moore, 5'10" senior. Out to the 38-yard line. First down and 10 for South. 3:33. Oh, no. Trips. Whenever I see triple numbers on clocks, on microwaves, I have to look until it changes. I'm obsessed.
You're jinxed.
I can't look at the field. I've got to look at the clock. Start the clock. Silverton 40, Dallas 6. What quarter would that be, Scott? Do you know?
That's probably fourth quarter.
Silverton 40, Dallas 6. Do you know that score?
Whoa.
Somebody.
Is that Matt Tracy back in the game?
Pays the price as Matt Tracy comes rushing through here.
Oh, no, it wasn't. It was Alley. I beg your pardon. I got tricked there, Ray. That's number 8. Antonio Villanueva. So we got some JVers in the game right now. Matt Tracy is in. That was Villanueva.
Several new players also for South. They have a new quarterback in and a new running back. And that looked like number 3, Jodison. No, that's next week's roster. Number 3, Will Vermillier. Gains a couple of yards. The new quarterback is Tyler Kelch, a 6'3" sophomore. 6'3", 200 pounds. He's sizable. He throws out here, has a man complete into Warrior territory at the 48, complete to Elias Shearer, a 5'7" sophomore.
That's a good size sophomore quarterback there, Ray. 6'3". Wow.
You know, it's nice to see the numbers of sophomores on South. I'm very pleased to see them playing so much better football, and there are a lot of young players on the team as well. They need a little more size, which is evident. Once again, it's Vermillier with the handoff, taking the handoff, and he'll be stopped on his own side of the field for a loss, and a flag.
Late flag, yeah,
that's a personal foul.
That's a good call there. The whistle had blown, and Keontae Davis
unnecessary roughness
threw down the Rebel runner.
So it stops the clock with 2 minutes 11 seconds to go. Personal foul on the Warriors.
Oh, both teams.
Oh, personal foul on South.
I did not see this, but the South player
offsetting penalties.
So it's like it didn't really happen.
No, I didn't see it either. I just saw the part where the South player was thrown to the ground. But somebody did something, so offsetting penalties. The ball's still at the Warrior 48, and the whistle blows again, and the officials want to talk about something here, and they back up into position and say, let's go. Indeed, let's do it. 2:06 to go. Warriors up 64-28. And at the 48-yard line of the Warriors, a first down. Back to throw is Vermillion. He's brought down by 2 of the Warriors.
That's Keontae Davis and Villanueva.
Boy, they jumped him. I mean, they jumped on him. They leaped on him.
Antonio just hurdled him. That's good to see the enthusiasm, though, from Villanueva and the JV Warrior defense out there.
Loss on the play all the way back to their own 45. Loss of 7. Vermillier back to throw. Throws out here, and the throws are well off the mark. Threw it well in front of the intended receiver, Sean Van Nostrand. Falls on the ground harmlessly at the Warrior 45. And it will set up a 3rd and 17 with 1 minute and 24 seconds remaining in the game. I was concerned what might happen to the Warriors tonight, and after the first possession for South, 85 yards, 2 minutes and 5 seconds to start the game, I thought, uh-oh, but boy, have the Warriors played well since. Here's Vermillier, throws, and it's almost intercepted. And that would be, is it 31? 31. Who's
Heston Boffman.
Heston Baughman, Baughman, is a 6'1" sophomore. He had it in his hands and tried to cradle it to his chest. He could also see down the field that there was a lot of daylight. He very possibly might have run that in. With the punt, almost blocked. It's a high punt, and it will be a short one because he had to kick it so high to avoid the Warrior rush. It will drop at the 40 and take a Warrior bounce, everything going the Warrior way. Really, since that first possession for South tonight. At the 45, their own 45, 1:08 to go, the Warriors will take over. And a reminder from the Victorian Chocolate Company, your favorite delectable candies are there at Victorian Chocolate Company. You'll find them at the Bright Purple Building near Ralston Park in Lebanon, or you can order them online. Check this out, victorian-chocolate.com. And when you're down in that area near Ralston Park, just sniff. You can't avoid stopping in at Victorian Chocolate Company.
Jake Rapay at quarterback, the sophomore quarterback for the JV team.
With 1:08 to go, Jake will hand off. Let's see who the running back is. He bounces off a couple of tacklers, gets to the outside, gets a couple of yards, but ran hard in doing so. That's number 30.
It's number 30. Who is that?
And there is no 30
there is no 30
on the roster tonight. Warriors bring in a ringer.
A nameless one.
43 seconds and the clock running. Under center. And a pitch out to the 50-yard line, and then brought down there at Braden Childress. See if they give him to the 50 on the play.
They do. That's a good spot.
To midfield. And a 3rd down and 5 for the Warriors. But the key thing is 22 seconds remaining.
Penalty flag against the Rebels
in the ball game.
And break out our thanks to Ron Passmore, the public address announcer. The signal was a fist behind the head.
That's a failure
illegal
to wear the proper
contact.
Oh, I thought there was failure to wear the proper equipment. Huh?
He had a fist that was going right towards his head.
Oh, that if it's did you say behind the head or to the head?
What I meant to say was to the head.
That would be helmet contact.
And you are correct. If it was the other one, if it was behind, it would be
failure to wear
proper equipment.
But that shouldn't have been the case at that point in the play, unless he took it off, which I don't think anyone did. That's it. They'll run the clock down. No more plays. Warriors have pulled out an impressive victory tonight after 2 defeats, and rightfully so. The crowd stands in applause. A happy Friday night for them. A different outcome than the first 2 weeks. They lost 35-21 here 2 weeks ago to Mountain View. A one-sided game traveling all the way to Ashland last Friday night, 23-6. But tonight, after a shocking start to the game, to repeat, 2 minutes and 5 seconds, 85 yards, 7-0 South. A scary beginning, but the Warriors picked it up. They soon scored, went for the 2-point conversion to lead 8-7 and never trailed again, and kept pulling away. It was 32-7 with a little under 3 minutes to go in the first half. South scored twice to cut it to 32-21 at the half. And actually, they had scored only one less touchdown. The Warriors 4 times had scored and 4 times had gone for 2 points, while the 3 times the South Albany Rebels scored, and 3 times they kicked the extra point. So the margin was 11 at the half. The Warriors continue to pull away and finally win it 64-28. We'll be back to celebrate more in just a moment.
Has your stove lost its heat? Is your fridge or freezer no longer cold? Does your washer leave soap in your clothes, or has your dryer stopped tumbling? Then who are you going to call? Like New Appliance at 259-1131, of course. Like New Appliance, where every appliance shines like new.
Lynn Lanes in Lebanon, home of the best burger in town.
Good family fun. Bowling.
Open every day and until 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday nights. Ballistic bowling starts at 10 on Saturday nights.
Stop by Lynn Lanes in Lebanon.
It's that time again. Les Schwab's Fall Tire Sale, our biggest sale of the year. Come in and get great deals on some of our most popular tires. But hurry, the Fall Tire Sale ends October 31st. Les Schwab, doing the right thing since 1952.
It's Albany Burgerville Back to School Fun this coming Tuesday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Original hamburgers only 90 cents. Cheeseburgers $1. Regular fries $1. Regular drink $1. Bring in an unopened full-size box of cereal to help the Sunshine Division food drive. Albany Burgerville celebrating Back to School Fun this Tuesday, September 18th.
KGAL.
Well, that's it for tonight. The Warriors win at 64-28. Very impressive fashion, as they showed they can run the ball. It turns out that South was not as tough as I had feared. They're certainly better, and I would say again it's pleasing because South has had a tough time in the last few years, and particularly because they're in Albany, where you have a team that has been in the state championship 3 times, has gone to quarterfinals, semifinals, beyond that, has played well every year, took it well into the playoffs a year ago again, into the, I believe, the quarterfinals before they were defeated. So South has really taken the back door, and not just in football, but in other sports as well. It's nice to see them, under Bryce Erickson, put together what is an exciting team to watch, and I would hope and think that they would pick up some victories in the league. But there's a lot of improved teams, including Silverton, that's blasting Dallas tonight, but Dallas appears weaker. Corvallis is not as strong as they've been in the past, but they're always tough. Crescent Valley people thought would be very good, but they're being blasted by West, which again is very good. So West and Silverton are outstanding. But even Woodburn won 2 games to start the season for the first time in some 20 years.
They were down to Corvallis, I heard 49-19.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's back to normal, and they may not be that. You know, they play Cleveland and
Browns.
And the Browns are awful.
They're terrible again.
What's his name? Braden Whedon?
Yeah.
Where'd they get him from? Everybody, they're trying RG3 and Andrew Luck and Tannehill and who else in the Browns?
Russell Wilson.
We got Braden Whedon.
You got Weed in your last name.
It is so sad.
Yeah.
And Ryan Fitzpatrick of the Bills. That's my wife from Cleveland. I'm from Buffalo. My son loves the Jets. At least they're doing all right. So what were we talking about? South. South seems to be making their way back. It's a better league this year, but I hope maybe they can pick up some wins against a Woodburn or Dallas. That would be very good for them. Tanner Tibbett can throw. Gable is an excellent receiver. Sam Mealer can run with the ball, although I'm sure they stopped him well short of the 100 yards tonight that he had in each of the first 2 games. Didn't carry that much, really. Once they got behind, didn't carry much, and I think that changed their game. The fact that they were behind in the game. But they look better, but they need more size, because teams like West, if Jake Lacoste is healthy, they're going to really give a tough time to South unless they have a little more size. And maybe football catches on at South a little more, seeing that Bryce Erickson is there, that they're doing better, and just maybe they continue to build.
Yeah, in South, the last time they had a really good team, they had Jesse Duke. I remember that little running back they had.
Jesse Duke.
2008, and they traveled up to Sherwood and played a really good Sherwood team up there. But they had a really good run that year. That's the last time that South Albany Rebel fans can look back and say that they had a winning season, had a good mark.
That was the start of Sherwood building too that year. That was the start of a big run for them.
Yes, it was. But I will put a stamp on South Albany and saying they will be one of the exciting teams to watch, no matter week in and week out, whether they win or lose, because it's a new offense that they're running, and I think give them time. Tanner Tibbett, you play against the Warriors maybe later on in the season, it might be a little bit closer, but I think you're right, Ray. The 2 games that they've played on the road, they played at McKay and they played here at Lebanon, over 60 points given up in those 2 games.
That's right.
And not knowing how good McKay is this year, obviously the Warriors put together 4 really good quarters of football. South had a lead. They actually had a lead in this game. It's hard to believe looking at that scoreboard, 64-28. They actually had a lead against the Warriors. So it's going to be difficult to find out how the league is going to fall this year. We have obviously the first game of the Mid-Willamette Conference season, but obviously West is looking like a pretty good front runner for another league title. But hopefully the Warriors can get better. Their defense isn't back, like you said. They're not back to what they were last year in terms of their coverage and everything. But they did some good things, but they need to keep improving on that coverage, because there will come a time where they will have to face another team, much like it's good experience. This is great experience for the Warriors to go against passing teams like Mountain View and like Ashland, athletic quarterbacks. Tanner Tibbett, he's going to be an all-leaguer. He is a tough guy that can run and can also throw.
Got a great arm. He threw some really long passes and accurate passes and struck quickly several times in the game as South continued to fight their way back. They got, with, as mentioned, 32-21 at the end of the first half. They did score early in the second half after the Warriors scored the first 2 touchdowns. South added 1, but then that was it. The Warriors pulled away handily to a 64-28 victory. Crescent Valley is next for the Warriors. The Warriors ran the ball well tonight, but you'd have to say that, looking at the size of that line, that's not the test. Ashland and Mountain View were big tests, and the Warriors could not run the ball against those teams. So we'll see what happens against some of the teams in the league that can offer bigger lines. And I assume that Crescent Valley is one of those, just from what I've read about, going into the season. So next week would be really, as it turns out, the first true league test for the Warriors when they go to Crescent Valley.
Yes, I remember very vividly a couple years ago a flag fest there at Crescent Valley, a game that lasted 3+ hours. You and I were there at the Field of Dreams, 3+ hours. And it was, and it was, sometimes it was the timing of the flags, it was late flags, it was flags everywhere. Everyone and their grandmother was throwing flags. The Warriors got beat pretty good by a Crescent Valley team that made it to the semifinals that year. We'll wait and see how it pans out next week. Hopefully it'll be a clean game in only a couple hours.
The flags were flying. Oh, say, can you see? There's another one.
They will be yellow flags though next week. Maybe. Tonight they were blue. It was kind of a different perspective.
So blue is the color for the battle against prostate cancer.
I think they're that next week.
Are they?
Are they maybe through the season?
For the month, or for these 2 weeks?
Okay.
Statman Carruthers on top of it.
Let's have the Statman jump in. The Statman has the stats. It's going to be tough tonight. I'd like to get home by midnight, so why don't you get started here?
And it's great to have him back at Statman, and thank you so much for covering for me these last 2 weeks with the great Radio Ray.
Please, don't try to buy
Warren. Blake Warren, once again.
I'm not buying you a hot dog after the game. Forget it.
Okay.
How about some stats from the Statman, Scott Landgren?
Well, there was definitely a few of them to keep track of today. I had the Warriors finishing with 54 carries, 520 yards rushing.
Wow, I had no idea that, just watch them.
So when you talk to your son tonight, say 520 yards as a team is greater
he'll
than
come back. Yeah, well, Jake Lacoste had 600.
He had 331.
Did he?
Yes.
331?
Yeah.
How many carries tonight, do you know?
I don't know how many carries. 3 touchdowns. So he is at even 1,000 yards for the season.
331 yards on his own tonight?
Yeah.
How is he going to keep going? There's 7 more games. That's a lot of carrying.
You have to think he had a lot of carries tonight. West Albany's up 49-13 right now over Crescent Valley.
Well, that's an impressive victory for them tonight.
Yeah. And, maybe good for the Warriors going into Crescent Valley next week.
Silverton's blasting Dallas.
40-6. That one, it was close to final. I'm not sure if it was a for sure final. Corvallis 56-19 over Woodburn. That's not a surprise. Sherwood came back and won it 35-28, but a close game with the number 1 team in the 5A ranks.
Who'd they beat?
Hermiston. Marist all over Ashland, 47-0, Ray.
Oh,
yeah.
It's that's scary because Ashland looked so dominant against us.
Right. All right, quickly, I'll try to go through these as fast as I can here. South Albany finishes 54 plays run, 356 yards. So a pretty good offensive day for South Albany.
Good.
Warriors 60 plays, 549 total yards of offense. So definitely a really good day there for them. All right, we'll do some South Albany numbers first. They finished the game with 12 first downs. They were 7 of 12 on third downs. They turned the ball over 4 times. Those were all big in the game. Tanner Tibbett finishes 15 of 28, 212 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, and he did throw a pick. Mitchell Gable was the leading receiver tonight. 7 catches, 3 for touchdowns, 232 yards receiving. You know, he caught some from Tanner, and he caught that 64-yarder from Brown on that trick play also. So that was good for him. Mueller, 14 carries, 63 yards for South. For the Warriors, DJ Knuth, 16 carries, 145 yards rushing, and a touchdown for him. Pravatsky had a touchdown on 7 carries, 31 yards. Tim Farrell, 5 carries for 45 yards. Rapay, 6 carries, 135 yards, and a touchdown, all on that little reverse action, and then that one late in the 4th. Let me see here. Brandon Marquez passing 3 of 6, 29 yards, and a touchdown.
Is that all 3 of 6? Only 6 times.
Yeah, he didn't pass the ball much. He didn't have to.
No, but he was rolling out. Seems like he rolled out several times, but only 6 for the whole game.
He did, but he had 11 carries for 105 yards and 2 touchdowns for him. McConnell, 2 carries, 17 yards. Hargis, 2 carries, 2 yards, and a touchdown. And let me see here. Warriors had 22 first downs on the night. They were 5 of 9 on 3rd down conversions, a much better performance for them. And that's all I got. A lot of stats tonight, but they're all good.
A lot of points. A long game, really. We're almost at 3 hours here tonight, so we'll wrap things up quickly. Thank you, staff man Scott Landgren. Good stats to listen to after a couple of disappointing weeks, but you still don't know what it means until you get a little deeper into this league. And next Friday night will be the test against Crescent Valley, 7 o'clock here on KGAL. We have a player of the game to pick, Research Mannequins, with the research and development and sale of mannequins from right here in Lebanon. At Research Mannequins, they know their stuff. You certainly have to go with Luke Rapay for the counter play. You have to go with maybe Josh Dykes if he called the play at the proper time, because it caught South off guard time after time tonight. And you have to go with DJ Knutz, who was battling. Several other people, when Tim Farrell got the ball and just about everybody running, the line. Because of the fact that so many runners were successful tonight, the line deserves credit, the offensive linemen. But individuals, I would say DJ Knutz and Luke Rapay.
Individually, I'd say Luke Rapay because in the past he usually doesn't get the ball very much, so it's exciting to see him flourish at the tight end position. Usually that's a catching position, not a running position. And he certainly shows a burst of speed. Of course, you get that motion going the opposite direction and get that execution. Then obviously the offensive line. I mean, 520 yards running the ball. Mm-hmm. That's Warrior football right there. That's what we look for, are those big numbers. All those numbers that Statman Carruthers provided for us. Here's a number. 6 different Warriors scored a touchdown tonight. That's pretty impressive.
I really noted that. That's interesting.
6 different Warriors scored a touchdown. So that's better than Lacoste going for 4 or 5 touchdowns, because that's a team effort, right?
Jealousy. You can hear the jealousy. dripping with jealousy and fear for what's going to happen later.
Luke Rapay is my vote tonight for the player of the night.
All right.
And another score that does bear on the RPI rating for the Warriors. Mountain View is 1-2. They lose to Sprague 35-14.
Ooh.
Now that they did play a 6A team, so that, you know, if they win, that's really good for the Warriors. But if they lose, I guess they're expected to lose against the tougher competition.
Well, as I say, the jury is still out, despite its win 64-28 tonight, despite 2 losses in the first game. This could be a fine season. It could be a questionable one. Certainly, we will have more answers when we are at this time a week from now, because Crescent Valley will be the opponent. And if they were expected to be one of the top teams, they were dominated by West, but they certainly are one of the better teams in the league. And a test for the Warriors next Friday night, same time, same bat station. And thank you back at the station. I have to apologize. I know if I just say Dave Adams' daughter, forgive me. I know we met one time. I've forgotten the name. I promise I will get your name and praise you. You do a good job back there running the board. We really appreciate that.
Thank you.
On top of things. Thank you. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Thank you, Rob. It's good to have you back here.
Thank you. Mentioned the freshman team won the JV team. We also mentioned that. Yeah, I wanted to make sure that we mentioned that. So
all right.
They're off to a good start in the conference as well.
Statman Carruthers, thank you for the stats.
What?
Thank you. Thank you for the stats.
Thank you for the stats, man.
All right. Thank you for paying attention.
All right.
And we see you both next Friday?
Yes.
Next Friday night from Crescent Valley at 7 o'clock, 6:50 on KGAL here. Locally owned and operated, proud to be local. I'm Radio Ray telling you gladly the final score tonight is the Warriors 64, South Albany 28.
Thanks for listening to Warriors Football on 1580 KGAL. You can follow the Warriors all season long, every snap, every score, every game, home and away on KGAL. Tonight's game has been brought to you by Economy Supply Building Center, Mama's Fine Italian, City and Suburban Electric, Lassen RV, Power Honda, Ixtapa Mexican Restaurant, Linco Federal Credit Union, Burgerville, Crabtree Automotive, Lynn Lanes, Willamette Community Bank, Les Schwab Tires of Lebanon, Bing's Kitchen, Like New Appliance, Len Benton Tractor, Wilson Motors, and by Canega Tire Factory. Listen throughout the season for more exciting Warriors football action. This broadcast is exclusive property of Eads Broadcasting, Smart Talk 1580 KGAL, and Radio Robbie Productions. U.S. copyright law protects this broadcast. Duplication or rebroadcast of any portion of this program is strictly prohibited without prior written consent. We now join our regular programming.
The Car Show, Saturday afternoons on News Talk 1580 KGAL.